bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed. I said bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed.
That means we're fucking live and direct. We are recording. We are recording. All right. Let me fucking cue my shit up. Hold up, my shit ain't loud enough. My speakers ain't loud. I gotta get your goddamn your fucking horns loud enough.
There we go. Introducing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are fucking back. Cognac Stories. I am Torian Meacham. Today I'm joined by a special guest. I met this young brother in San Diego. We were both stationed out there. A lot of wild times, a lot of wild nights, people getting carried out of the fucking club, things like that, turning up in foreign countries. The first person to really make me appreciate the queen that is Rihanna. I was a self-admitted Rihanna hater up until this man sat me down and made me watch the fucking Bitch Better Have My Money video, and that is when I fell in love like everybody else with Rihanna. Also early adopter on the fucking Migos, Future, all that shit. I was an old hater. You know what I'm saying? I was an old hater. And these motherfuckers put me up on a game, man. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome my guy, Linton, new motherfucking money, the crypto fucking kingpin Morgan in the goddamn building.
Yes.
How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother?
Blessed. Life is good.
That's what's up, man. So for the audience, man, where you joining us from today, brother?
So I'm in the Nasty Natty. Formerly known as Porkopolis back in the day. If you come to my city, you're gonna see flying pigs everywhere. They all types of flying pigs. I can't put it any other way than that. But I'm in Nasty Natty, Cincinnati, Ohio, the bottom of the boot.
That's what's up. I see you in the man cave right now, man. Got the motherfucking alcohol in the back, the 2K21.
And you know what? Man. If I can put this little to my own little horn real quick. This TV behind me is a 65-inch curve that I got for $200. Like, this podcast is about to be about some hustling shit. Like, this TV was like $1,800 in the store, and I sold my old TV for $100 and got this bitch for $300. So subtract $100, I got it for $200 from a good friend, from a real good friend from now on. So
that's what's up, man. Got the fucking fireplace in the back, setting the vibe and shit, man. God damn, man. This motherfucking shit is lit for real, dog.
With the heater. Set the mood.
That's what's up, man. So, how's your weekend been, brother? How's your weekend been?
You know what?
Celebrating a birthday, right?
Yes. Big 35.
Happy birthday, man.
I'm as I'm getting older, like going out, I'm noticing it's the same thing, but it's the same thing. Like, so yeah. I'm finding my fun is more into like peace. Like, everybody get the fuck out. Let me do my thing, like in my draws. And I'm finding that more to be better than anything, because I went out last night and you run into people. We went to the way Cincinnati is set up, you got downtown, and normally that's where your rich people come out, to play and do their things, right? Mm-hmm. But downtown here is kind of set up to where when the rich people after 5 o'clock, they go and the hoodlums come out at night.
Okay,
so the rich people go up north to go live and party and do all. So we went up north to go with their type of people, but yeah. Some black people bought up some land up there, so they opened up a restaurant. And it was dope. Food was dope. The crowd was dope. But it's the same exact thing, except I feel like when we went out, people danced. Like, people actually move, they get busy, you feel me? Like, nowadays it's a fashion show, just kind of mingling, hookah,
you can't crease up those Balenciagas, man.
Yo. Step back and take a look, but please do not approach. I'm getting them vibe. And with COVID, like, you get that, and I love to talk and approach people, but you get that kind of like, hey. So I'm always curious of how is dating COVID life? Like that's another subject.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. I'll talk about it, man. I'll definitely talk. It's interesting, bro. Like, let me tell you, I did not think being vaccinated would be like a deal breaker for people. And that is like out here in DC, that is a deal breaker for a lot of women. Like if
If
you're
you are
vaccinated,
vaccinated.
if you are, like they do not want to talk, like they will not entertain you at all.
Wow, I thought it
I'll
would
get
have
into
been the
that.
opposite.
Nope. And I'll tell you all about that. You know what I'm saying? Because and a lot of them are sisters that are like that.
Damn.
A lot of sisters that are like that. I guess they think they're gonna fucking cure COVID with CMOS, but it is what it is, man.
CMOS for everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I went out this weekend too, bro. Man. I had my man Ryan. He's one that's in the photos and shit. He came up, so we went around Silver Spring in DC, and one of my other homeboys from my hometown was down here at this fucking nice ass hotel and shit like that. And I'm realizing now, with the way that my head felt this morning, I drank entirely too much yesterday.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had to go to brunch, bottomless mimosas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I went to go throw some axes, and I'm fucking drinking there, and I'm like, yo, I did not have any water. You know what I'm saying? So
that shit right there kill you.
Hell yeah, man. That's why I have my water right here. My glass of beautiful filtered water, but I also have my little cognac and lemonade with 2 frozen strawberries in there to keep my fucking drink cold. You know what I'm saying?
This is the chase.
Yeah, man. Gotta fucking, best way to fucking cure a hangover is to fucking never stop being drunk, man. You know what I'm saying? So
keep it moving.
Hell yeah, man. But it was a lot of nice looking ladies out last night, man. I'm glad to see everybody, kind of shed those COVID pounds and shit like that, man. Because that's a real thing, man. People blowing the fuck up and then blaming it on the pandemic, those pandemic pounds. But
just sitting in the house all day, I could feel you on that one because it seems like that's all you could do.
Yeah. I know in Hawaii, like bro, in Hawaii, like you couldn't even go exercise in the park or go run or go ride your bike unless it was like to or from work, like at the height of the lockdown and shit.
Yeah.
So and that was one of the reasons why, I left Hawaii to come back here, which is because of all the crazy restrictions, And then
I bet you, because on the island, I could imagine they probably had it on super lockdown.
Yeah, they did. And then a lot of restrictions. They don't have like the ICU beds and things like that to support like a real fucking surge in cases.
Damn.
And then you got a tourists coming out and they just fucking somebody just got arrested for having like a fake vaccine card in Hawaii.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and they spelled the fucking vaccine wrong. They spelled Moderna wrong. That's how they got caught. So
well, do I feel like a McLovin is gonna be running around somewhere though?
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Some idiot shit. Damn, it's not that serious though.
But so what I want to get into, man, is you talked about growing up in the nasty natty, and one of the things you talked about was the area that is up north where all the rich people live now. What has gentrification been like for where you're from and where it is now?
So crazy part, like when I got to Cincinnati, if you look it up, you got 13th Street right downtown, heart of Cincinnati, and you got 12th Street.
Yeah.
You remember with King Von, like 62, maybe 16th, but not the 63rd. Like, how could you have beef like right around the corner? That was one tray and one deuce, like 13th and 12th. So I moved from the Bronx, bam, I'm on 13th Street. My dad's the handyman, so everybody knows him on the block. So people knew I was coming. My son's coming. Like, I get there, and it's the hood. Like it's grimy ass poverty, like the hood of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
As we grow up, and then I leave to go to the military and come back. That span of 2004, when it was the hood, to 2014, in 10 years. Oh, shit, my bad. Gentrification has turned. Let's see. I got you.
Yeah, you good.
Has turned my old neighborhood to like, it went from rustic brown buildings to now blue and white modern homes, like condos, I should say.
Yeah.
My apartment was a 2-bedroom apartment. Now it's a 1-bedroom like studio, I guess, like just knocked all that. So they brought so much money down there. The Metro bus station is now a casino.
Oh shit.
And I'm looking at it as they're bringing money to the block, but what are you going to do about it? Like, yeah, I'm salty that my washing machine place and my Mr. Bubbles limo service and the candy lady store is gone. But what has happened to the block? Like, it is beautiful. Like, they actually have like little parks and shit. Like,
yeah.
Why are some people still holding on to that, like that block when you're not doing anything with it? Has always been my thing with gentrification. It's brought money. It's brought money to a place where, bro, like it looked like a bomb when I got there. It was crazy. So That's how I like it in Cincinnati. And I'll tell you this much. Have you ever been to Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah, I've been in Nashville, yeah.
Holy fuck, bro. Holy fuck. Nashville at night, on any night, on a Tuesday night. I don't care.
Yeah. Nashville is fucking nice as hell now, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So that vibe right there is what is coming to Cincinnati. Like, it's slowly turning into that. And it's dope as fuck. It's a place that you got to visit.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. 'Cause a lot of times, people have like a negative connotation of gentrification because they're like, oh, they're forcing the community out or they're pricing us out, things like that. But it's just like you said, y'all have the opportunity to do whatever you wanted for all this amazing, this crazy length of time, and then you didn't do shit with it, right? And then we'll sit there and complain about the Koreans coming in or the fucking Armenians coming in or the Pakistanis coming in and buying up stores. And it's like, yo, we had the same opportunity if we simply use group economics.
Now, I will throw it out there. There was because the guy that owns the gas station, his grandpa's grandpa got that bitch. Like, so it's kind of been passed. Like, Black people, we haven't been able to have nothing like that, or the education or anything to really put that leg up that my dad didn't know about credit. That's why I didn't know about credit. That's why my credit got fucked up. Like, until I learned, like, holy fuck, like, no one in my circle knows about crypto.
Yeah.
Nobody. And that just shows that 7% of the world knows about crypto and everybody else is just kind of, what? Like, nobody knew about all these like breaks and shit and ownership and buying a house for little as $5,000. You can own a fucking home. Like, it's little shit that the Black community does not know about until now. Like, our generation is like that, bing. And I'm learning a lot of times, especially you, I don't know if this question might go to you, but in your family, are you kind of like that person that went the furthest?
No.
Is there anybody? You're not.
No.
You're not. I'm learning a lot of people, if you ask that question, like, I'm learning, they're the ones.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I see that a lot in my family. Like, I come from a military family, so that was like always like the route to success was through the military, and so everybody that did the military was successful. They all owned homes. They all, did their time and went on to law enforcement or teaching or something like that. And it was just like a stepping stone. And so that's why it was easy for me to look at that as a quick way out, instead of going to college and, dealing with fucking debt and knowing my study habits. I probably would have just fucking dropped out after a year anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but for me, it's like I didn't learn a lot of that at home either because, you got two parents that are working. They don't have time to learn that shit. They're struggling just like anybody else. But you know what it was, bro? It was like once, you come into the Navy, that's when I kind of had the freedom to learn that shit, because you're not just fucking working, living check to check, worrying about bills and shit like this and you're like, yo, you kind of comfortable now. And then you have that opportunity and that freedom to learn, more about savings, investment, how to make your money work for you. And I think that's one of the big differences between like our community and other communities, and one of the things that happens is, because people are like, oh, well, they'll say, okay, well, white people have an advantage. It's just whatever you want to say, they have the knowledge. That's the advantage, right? And so if you look at us and then you compare us to other ethnic groups, they have the same resources, but they combine them, and that's what gives them the freedom for that one person out of that group to learn about whatever the fuck they need to learn about in order to buy this business. And then they all come up off of the same shit. They all have a piece of ownership. Like, nobody wants to be the man. Like, because they come from cultures that aren't individualistic. And I think the individualistic nature of America prevents us from coming together and properly practicing group economics because everybody wants to be that guy. Like, everybody wants to be the man. You want to be the boss, things like that. Like, nobody just wants to be a fucking worker or a share owner or a part of the team.
I told one of my hood homies, like, and I mean, the same amount of time that I was in the Navy, he spent in prison. Yeah. And I didn't say jail, I said prison. Like, so we kind of have a different view on certain shit. Like, Stephen A. Smith said, it was, I'm not going to say exactly how he said it, but basically that I learned how to follow so that I can lead. Correct. And he was like, fuck that. Like, I ain't no follower. Like, I don't want to make the man money. I'm trying to make more money than the man. And I'm like, bro, like everybody has to learn how to like become that guy. And it was like, what you mean? Like, fuck that, I ain't never following nobody. Okay, let me explain to you like this. Like, let's say I give you the leadership role right off the bat and you fuck up. Like you didn't have a chance to learn and watch the leader fuck up, then learn from his mistake, then somebody else might fuck up. So now you just sitting there soaking all that shit. Like if this happens to me, bam, I got that in my toolbox. He learned how to follow so that he can lead.
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro, light bulb. Like some niggas just don't understand it. That whole like,
yeah, they don't want to be a sidekick or nothing like that. And it's not even a sidekick, bro. It's like you're an apprentice. Like this person knows they know what they're doing, you know, and that's why I think, you know, mentorship programs are great. Like the whole cross-cultural exchanges of like taking kids from one kind of neighborhood and introducing them to people from other neighborhoods, because it's like, yo, you guys have so much information that you can exchange with each other. And it's like if people just get out of their own way and get rid of the ego, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you got a homie that is like the fucking dope man and he has that business mind, it's like all you got to do is link him up with somebody that has access to capital.
Holy shit.
And that motherfucker will go far. Because you look at all the people that are like former drug dealers that are business owners now, they are no different than the people that were former bootleggers that that own everything now. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get that mindset with the right guidance. Yo, bro, it's like you're a fucking racehorse. You just need a jockey. You just need a jockey to fucking point you in the right direction. That's it, man. And sometimes they don't want that jockey, bro. So that's what that is, man. But
wait your turn, you get it.
Yeah, because the same thing is happening down here, like in DC. You know, it's a lot of gentrification going on, like Silver Spring. I remember coming here like maybe 10, 15 years ago, and it was like rural as fuck. And you come here now, it's like a whole second city. Compared to DC. Like I don't even like going to DC like that. I like staying out here because there's more shit and then you deal with less people. You know what I mean? And it's like all the little baddies come up to Silver Spring for brunch and shit like that. You know, hair and nails and toes done up.
Now you get all different type of flavors out there too. Like,
bam. Let me tell you, more than Baskin Robbins, bro. More than Baskin Robbins. Because first off, this is like little Africa out here, bro. This is like little Africa. So you have I'm dead ass, bro. So you have like all the best that Africa has to offer is in the DMV.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? From the best minds to the best artists to, you know, just the most beautiful women in the world and shit. And they all come from that kind of culture. So
I wonder what brings Africans from Africa to Washington?
So from talking to people, it's opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of times you'll have people from just immigrants will come to places where there's like heavy shipping industry, right? And so and that's how they come over.
They can work at the dock.
And then they do those jobs that people don't want to fucking do, and they have you know, or where it's like big hotel or like service industry jobs, and they come over here and do that, stack up their paper, send that shit back home, apply for fucking citizenship. And then bring everybody else back over. And it's like, that's the way you're supposed to do it, right? But it's like they come over here and they see the opportunities that people have that we all don't take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody, it's like, you know, they all come over here and go to college and actually apply themselves. You know what I'm saying? They come over here and start businesses. They have the same access to the same, you know, SBA loans and things like that we have access to, but they actually use them instead of trying to do some PPP scams and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So they could buy a fucking new Tesla and shit.
This shit is nuts. It's nuts. I'm gonna throw this shit out at you too. Like, so I seen this Mexican family. They were fixing up this house on the corner, right where I live at. Yeah. And I mean, they doing some shit. Like every day I've been passing it for like 2 weeks, taking off the roof, put the new roof on, like ripping out the fucking garage, putting the new garage in there. Like they working, right? So I ran up on him one time at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, had his gold chains on and shit, cowboy boots. Like I knew he was the man because a certain way the worker dresses and the boss comes through. Like, I mean, he had the cowboy hat. So I hit him up and I was like, excuse me. And he was like, what's up, Papi? And I was like, man, I always seen you guys working so hard to get this house flipped. Like, and then he was like, yeah, I flip houses. I was like, can I ask you a question? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. He's like, what's up? And I was like, I feel that the way you look, you get passed up on a lot of shit. He looked at me like, you know, like the essay looked like with the chest out and shit. Like, he's like, what are you trying to say? And I was like, because I was already in selling mode, because, you know, I do my cable shit. I do that on the side. So I'm like, bro, like, I wonder if the way somebody like me looks, if I can get you other jobs in the Black community.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, I don't know a lot of people in the Black community. And the way I'm looking at Cincinnati right now, I tapped into this African guy with my cable because they like watching Beam Soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves watching soccer. But they can't get that channel unless they pay $142 off of the cable package. I got hooked up with him. He got me 7 other people in his building. If I hook up with the Mexican dude, now I got the Mexican people in my pocket. Like, I'm seeing that the way other cultures work, they stick within each other. Like, Black people ain't doing that shit. Like, it's hard as fuck to like get us to do that. But man, these connections, holy fuck, like, it's something.
Yeah, and that's good you're doing that, man, because networking is hella important, man. And the one thing, like the one thing that, you know, I've learned just over my 1 million years of experience, just being alive with some older shit, is just the more people you know, the more knowledge you have access to, the more resources. Like humans, like human capital, like human knowledge is the best resource you can have, you know. And to go up and talk to somebody that you don't know, that takes a little bit of humility.
Holy shit.
And motherfuckers ain't humble, bro.
Yeah.
Like they expect everything to come to them, or everybody to come to them, or me to bring you the knowledge. And it's like, for you to go up and ask someone a question or try to make a connection with somebody and you're offering them a service, you're not saying, hey, what can you do for me? It's like, hey, what can I do for you? Like, that takes a lot of humility, man. And people respond to that. They like that, you know. And we're not taught that in American culture, but a lot of other cultures are taught that, and that's why they respond to that like that. And it's like, yo, you trying to help me out, you hooking me up, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in deep with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times with us, we'll see somebody doing something like that, and instead of linking up with them and helping them build their shit, we try to fucking do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So we can come up ourselves.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it's nice here though, man, because like you know, all the food, all the best African food, you know, whether it's Somalian or Ethiopian, fucking Ghanaian, you know, shit like that. All East and West Africa is out here, you know, all the fucking but the thing about the gentrification here is a lot of the stores are still owned by people of color. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have a lot of Hispanics that own stores out here, a lot of Africans that own stores out here, like a lot of the nightclubs and hookah lounges, bars, Black owned. You know what I'm saying? So and that's good. But what I will say, with that comes the problem with having a Black owned establishment. Like, bro, I'm trying to go out to have like an early dinner, like around 6 p.m. On a Friday, bro. I go into this Black restaurant. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you go there, they're fucking searching you with a metal detector and shit like that. Word, I'm like, yo, my man, it's like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. When we right downtown, and you guys just right next to all these businesses and banks and corporations, things like that, right next to, and bro, you got to get wanded here. Is it this kind of place? So then, you know, I walk in, and it's just loud as fuck, because at 6 p.m. at the rooftop spot, they have music blaring like it's fucking midnight in a nightclub. And everybody's just yelling. Everybody's just yelling where they're eating. It's like loud as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't stay in there for more than 5 seconds, man. I had to pull some hoe shit and turn to my homeboy, and I was like, yo, is this shit too loud for you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, bet. Because it was way too loud for me. I just ain't want to be I just ain't want to make the call. That's like, crazy. Yo, let's get out of here. You know what I mean?
What's wild is that I guess going out at an earlier time at our age, like, I'm feeling that. I don't mind going out 6, 8 o'clock. Like, I don't want to show up at 10, 11 o'clock. I used to show up at 10, 11.
Yeah. Because for me, it's like, I you know, I'm coming out, I'm putting on something nice. Bitch, I want you to see my clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I ain't getting dressed to be fucking standing around in the dark. I want you to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you could look at me and look at who you with, and then look back at me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the shit, man. But yeah, and then, you know, like a lot, and that's like one of the big differences that I'm seeing out here is like, just in how we dress, bro. Like, I mean, because we've all been out and shit, man. We all know how we dress. And then when you kind of go back home, when you go back to like the predominantly Black environment, it's like people still dressing like it's fucking a BET fucking music video or something, bro.
Hey, 2008, man.
Yeah, man. And it's like, yo, fam, it's like, how do you expect to be respected by certain establishments, and you coming out here dressed like fucking one of the Migos before they got famous, bro? You know, like when they were still in the band, though.
It's hard to explain it to them because they don't get it. And I ran into that so many times because I try and you got your all black clubs, then you got your mixed crowds.
Yeah.
And then you might have like for us, we got this place called Mount Adams. Mm-hmm. And that's like your college kid spot. There's bar, and it just loops around or whatever, right? I told one dude, I was like, hey, pull your pants up when we walk in, you can sag. Bro, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck, boy, what you mean talking about ugly ass nigga? You ain't talking about I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I'm just telling you that when we get to the door, it's gonna be a big black bald dude, and he gonna tell you, nah, bro, nah. But if you pull your pants up, just for like 3 seconds, couldn't even do it, bro. Couldn't do it for 3 seconds. We got there, told his ass to go that way, like, and I'm like, damn, man. Damn, like I went in. I still went
in. Hell yeah, I still went in
like,
too.
I'm good, but it's like, damn, yo, it's just understanding the way you dress your presentation, like it means something. And a lot of cats,
it sends a message. It sends a message, man.
They don't get it. So
yeah, because it's like nonverbal and verbal communication. Even from the way that we speak to each other, to the way like we stand. It's like everything doesn't have to be so aggressive. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of times people they can't get that mentality out of their brain or that fucking conditioning, you know? Because it's like if I'm out with the homies or whatever, we're gonna talk how we talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and we're gonna cut up, crack jokes, probably say a million N-words and all type of MFers, things like that, right? Exactly. But if I'm in another kind of environment, you can't do all that because it's like, yo, you sending the wrong message. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like a lot of times when you had those conversations with cats, like they don't want to stop it, and then they don't understand why certain opportunities pass them up.
And that makes sense. And I feel like with that, as we get older, you start realizing that, because at that time, I mean, shit, I always say like, shit, 5 years ago, whoever I was, good grief, like. Yeah. I could only imagine 23-year-old Morgan in the military. Holy fuck, like who was that? I don't know. But shit, probably wild as fuck. Like didn't have the mental capacity I have today to like, good grief. Probably shouldn't be saying those type of things.
Yeah, I mean a lot of it is just because like your personality and like your brain, it isn't even starting to really be fully developed until you're 25. And so after that is when you actually can start to learn about how to conduct yourself just as a human being, right? And that's why it's like so important to have OGs and mentors, things like that can kind of fucking guide you a little bit. And me, I've always been lucky to always have the older heads because when I was 21, bro, when I was 18, 19, I was a wild dude. I remember just like calling out of work. I remember calling out of work in the military. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, I'm not coming in today. You know what I'm saying? I went out last night. I'm at this, like being stationed in Virginia, and I'm like, yo, I'm in Virginia Beach. I ain't gonna make it till about 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? And my LPO was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you when you get here. You know? But, but it's like, yo, I can imagine somebody, I've had that happen. I've had that happen when I was in Hawaii, and one of my guys called me and said that shit. I damn near killed him, bro. I drove to this motherfucker's house. I drove to his house and picked his ass up. I was like, you think I'm gonna fucking be at work at 7:30 and you not? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, like, it's different. It's different. I feel Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was a wild dude back then, man. Definitely a wild dude. But
man,
so
cheers for that life.
You know, because we talked about you. What influenced you to come into the military? So like what were the events that helped you make that decision?
3 things: lies, deceit, and cicadas. Where do we begin? So this fucking guy, right? I was at this shorty's house. Bro, I'm talking about like 15-year-old Morgan about to slide in and grab the boobie and my phone rings, yo. Pick it up and it says U.S. government.
Yeah.
I'm like, U.S. government? What the fuck? Like, nah, I'm cool. Like, bro, her mom's came upstairs. And I think I had my shirt lifted up or something. Yeah. And she told me I had to put my shirt on. Like, so we go outside anyways. U.S. government calls again. Then my aunt calls me because I live with my aunt. She's like, the U.S. government is calling. What did you do? And I'm like, and I've always been the brainiac of the family when it comes to technology.
Yeah.
So she thought that I did something on the computer to like, you know what I mean? My family's Jamaican and Cuban. You feel me? So holy shit.
Yeah.
So here I go. I'm like, I don't know. I go to school the next day. Dude shows up, all whites, bro, fresh as fuck. I think he was like an E6 or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want you to join the military. I'm like, bro, I'm not joining the military. I'm cool, like, cause I'm already pretty boy Floyd. Like, I'm out here.
Yeah.
My mom, she goes to Fordham University. She works there. So I was gonna have a free ride to go to Fordham, but I'm in Cincinnati. That's just my mindset. School is so easy. I'm gonna just bounce. I can go to Fordham. Bro, he showed up to my house in a 96 Cobra Mustang. It was all white. At that time, like, I love sound systems. Like,
yeah,
bro, he had 212s in the back, banging, like, heavy. He must have did his research on me. Like, he knew what I fucked with. Cars, women, music. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, he pulled up to the hood. Everybody's looking like, he pulled up to my house, all whites again. I want to talk to you about the military and what it could do for your life. Okay. Bro, he told me some shit like, when you're E1, you're making 1,000. When you E2, you're making 2,000. When you E5, you're making 5,000. And it just goes up. And man, you're gonna have money to send back to your family, like, and do all this, man. You'll be traveling. Then when my auntie turned around, we be fucking bitches, man. We're gonna be doing drugs and shit. Bro, like, bro, the first time he approached me, he ain't know what the fuck he was doing. The second time, got me. Like, so I'm thinking, poor boy in the hood, money.
Yeah.
You got me. Fuck it. Like, I don't care about all this shit. I think it was senior year, 2004, Cincinnati, Ohio. You can look this shit up. The cicadas came. I graduated from high school. We talk about these things, right? So I graduate. So that's what, June or whatever. I decided to go to New York for a little bit, stay home, get learn the family business, and then I'm leaving. Oh, no. I didn't know I was going to the military yet. I just had the mindset of it. Fucking cicadas came out. I'm cutting air conditioning holes out of apartment buildings.
Yeah.
With this big ass circular saw. And they loud, like, brrr. And you know, cicadas are blind. So they just hearing this, brrr. That's how they connect. Bro, I turned around. I'm on a second story of a building. These cicadas are flying at me. I'm covered. I fall off the building. The saw comes down after me. I turn over. Fuck this shit. I call the U.S. government number. Bro, I will join the military if you can put me in an air-conditioned office where I don't have to do shit. Yeoman in the fucking submarine service.
Like, yeah, man. That's how you become a yeoman, dog.
And it was nuts, like, because it was perfect. I talk to people all day. Like, I'm in my own little space. Like, it's good. I'm high enough, but I'm low enough. Like, I'm right there. So, lies, deceit, and fucking cicadas. Like, it got my ass. But I wouldn't change that shit. The only thing I would say, like, if I would have known about car sales at 18, the person that I am, bro, I'd be a fucking multimillionaire right now. Like, just my personality, finding out who I am. But the camaraderie, meeting people like you, like, I probably wouldn't be the person I am if it wasn't for the military.
Yeah. Because
the souls that you meet, some of the weirdest fucking people in the world. You definitely meet some
fucking weirdos.
Bro, like, I remember on my first boat, it was a cat that was like dude off a police academy with the burr, like all that shit, right? Nigga used to fucking go around doing chicken noises, like fucking with all the dogs.
Yeah.
And it was like, as you get used to the oxygen on the boat, he used to tell people, bro, your brain will start fucking with you and you'll hear noises around the ship. Do not freak out. It's the oxygen. And Nick, bro, you just telling me this. So I'm like, okay, petty officer. Like, bro, he used to walk around and mid-watch like and just fuck with niggas all night. And you be like, bro, but it's just that shit right there. Like, I would never change it for the world.
Yeah, it definitely puts you in a position to meet a lot of people that you normally wouldn't come across in life. And then it's like, for me, man, you know, I go into every situation like I have something to learn from everybody. You know, like everybody knows something that I don't know. And so it's like important that I talk to them and figure out what it is, because that shit could save my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Man. Or it could put some money in my pocket. It could link me up with somebody that could change my life. Or I could just be there just to get that person some advice eventually and help them out. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the one reason why I do appreciate the military, man, because, you know, it definitely forces you to interact with people a lot of times you wouldn't interact with. And it helps break stigma, because, you know, with us coming from the hood, you know, we think that like all white people are fucking in the suburbs and they're rich and shit like that, like a silver spoon. And then you go and you meet white folks from fucking Georgia, Alabama, Indiana, Ohio, like, you know, like the fucking blue collar people that just like you. And you're like, damn,
Yeah.
It ain't about race. It's about fucking money. It's about
Everybody
class.
struggles, Joe. Everybody fucking struggles.
And that's the one thing is because you get people that come from like all the blue collar, all the working class families. Like they're the ones that support the military. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you get to meet people just like that from all, and then even like meeting people that join from like Vietnam or the Virgin Islands, or they like direct join from like other countries, like from fucking Samoa, things like that. Like that shit to me was crazy. It's like, fam, like you from Samoa and you just gonna join the fucking Navy? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, cause I didn't know, like how behind it was out. Like cats is dead ass sleeping on dirt floors with a house with no walls and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's normal life for them.
And they come into the Navy, change their whole fucking life, change their family life, things like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. And that's what I wanted to always do, was become a recruiter. Like I felt that I wanted to save the hood on some type shit, like because of what the Navy can do. Yeah. Like if you can get past the bullshit, like, bro, it can set you up for an amazing life.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Because even like when I went to recruiting, that was like my whole mentality, bro. It's like I got a chance to recruit in my hometown station, my home county, everything, right? I worked out this nice ass deal, bro. I had to bust my ass in recruiter school, had to work out a couple deals with the Master Chiefs and shit, and I'm like an E6 at the time, submarine dude. And they did not want to put me in recruiting like that, and I had to fucking promise these motherfuckers I was not gonna. I had to basically work a deal with the fucking devil to get released from submarine duty, to go to recruiting to my hometown, and then to go back to a boat. I had a whole deal worked out between a bunch of motherfuckers and shit, and it worked. And then my whole mentality was like, I'm gonna get my numbers from everywhere else, but I have to get a certain amount of people out from my hometown, because we didn't have we had a Navy base maybe 15, 20 minutes from my hometown, but we didn't have any kind of Navy presence. It was just like Army. That was it. You know what I mean? Like Army would come and clean up. And it's like, man, they was out there lying to cats, telling them you could do whatever you want and you could change your job whenever, not telling them that they got to go back to being general infantry if they want to change their jobs, things like that, or they can lose rank for no reason, just from changing billets. You can lose rank, things like that. Like how we got to go like the captain's mast to get busted down. They can just do that shit at the flick of a wrist. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So just wild shit, So I'm like, I need to go back to the hood and recruit some of us. And the amateur right now, man, that shit felt good, bro, because when I look at some of the people that I put in, actually all the people I put in, they all did better than me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody I put in from my hometown all have surpassed my career trajectory. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good to think.
Yeah, like that shit, it makes it all worth it. It's like all the bullshit and the long nights and the fucking back and forth to MEPS. It's like I look at dudes that I put in that was little hoodlums just like I was, but they weren't they hadn't crossed over the fucking line yet. You know what I'm saying? To the dark side. And I look at them now, and motherfuckers making chief, motherfuckers going officer. People that did the 4 years, got out, went to school, started businesses. The ones that just come in, do the job, have a fucking family, own houses, and just living like a comfortable existence, as opposed to coming up in the hood, Section 8, public housing, things like that, dealing with fucking gangs and drugs in the family and the community, things like that. And now they get to live comfortably, all because they let a motherfucker like me come through. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me 15 minutes. Yeah, man. So that's definitely one of the good things about it as well. I ain't trying to fucking be on some goddamn pro fucking military shit right now, but
it can, it has its pros and cons, but shit, man.
It definitely has its cons, man. But I ain't trying to hate on motherfuckers right now, man. But what? So what? Because we done been around the world and all type of wild shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what for you? What was like? What was some of your craziest times on deployment?
You say that that one part that froze up 1 second.
What was some of your craziest experiences on deployment?
Wow. Geez. I seen a donkey show for the first time. That was very unexpected.
Where was that at, bro?
That was in the Panama Canal. Okay. Not Panama, Florida, but the Panama Canal. We got not stuck there, but we had to do some repairs. And give me 1 second. Oh boy, this is come on, baby.
Yeah, kids got to clear out for this one.
So
talk about
I had to move the baby like, gee, no, mama, don't hear this story. So we went to Panama Canal, and that's a very poor country, so a dollar can go a very long way. And we gave the taxi cab driver $20 for a week, and he said, "I'll take you wherever you want to go." Cool. Yeah. Like, he showed up every day at 8 o'clock in the morning and just sat there and waited. 8 o'clock that night, wherever we wanted to go, he was just there. So one of the white guys I was with was like, "Bro, like, I want to see some shit. Like, I want to see a cockfight. I want to see everything. Like, I want to go crazy." So I seen a cockfight. Bam, I seen a cockfight for the first time. Like, it's a bloody fucking mess, but yeah, I seen it. Cool. Like, bro, like, I went inside this building after he said he wanted to see the donkey show. He took us, like, and in my head, I'm young Morgan, so I'm not about to be like, "What's a donkey show?" I'm riding with the fellas, like, off the boat. Not the fellas I hang with off the boat, but the people I gotta hang with. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Like, but we go inside the building. I see Shorty walking inside the room. I'm like, damn, she cold as fuck. Like, like, you start smelling that smell. Like, what the fuck is that smell? Like, but I mean, we're in a foreign country, like, so whatever. Yeah. Holy fuck, man. That donkey was right there. And it's one of those things, like, when you're a submariner, it's like, you've seen some shit. Like, because you interact with people. So I can't be like, no. Like, hey, they gonna go to the boat, be like, "Hey, Morgan, what's up?" He couldn't even. So I'm just like, I gotta see this shit, because I'm gonna go home and I'm never gonna ever see some. Yeah. So now I'm just at this point, and when she gets to the whoa, like, she actually did it. But everybody kind of made that move, because I think we all was like, no. Oh, like one of them type of things. But that shit right there, that was wild. To me, I love the party. Yeah. Partying around the world, seeing the way different people get busy. And I want to say Tokyo was probably one of the livest places I ever partied in my life. Definitely. The energy, good grief, that you get from our culture that they just love. Like, I mean, shit, how many times I hear black man, oh my God, brown man, oh my God. Like, they just love you over there, like, holy shit. So that was just different right there. And yeah, I'll probably say just those moments right there. Yeah, happy.
So what country had the baddest things, man?
What was that? My bad, it froze.
What country had the baddest chicks, man?
Holy shit. Damn. Philippines was too small. That was my issue.
They out there in the Philippines, bro.
I love curves. Like, I need something to hold on to. That was my issue. But let me tell you this though. Like, this was suck for me, because Hawaii, I always tell people I hated it. Yeah. And they say, why? And I'm like, I was stuck out there for 5 years, like my first tour. And every girl I met, I meet her on a Friday, because they flew in, going to the club, switch numbers. We hook up on Saturday and they leave Sunday. Yeah. So for 5 years of my life was rotation. And for me, like, Prime Morgan was Hawaii, because you could say you travel the world, but it's like when women from the world are coming to you and then they leave, and you don't ever, like, it was almost like Heartbreak Hotel over and over.
Yeah. Trust me, I've been through that myself, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like Hawaii was kind of.
It was good, because you have that little temporary romance. They come in and whatnot, and a lot, because when I was out there, it's a little more advanced. So these women would, like, go on the dating apps before they ever come out there, and and they start matching up with you, talking to you. They go on your IG, shit like that, and
they get in the prime, because they know it's
and they like, yo, I'm coming out, and I'll be out there, in 2 weeks. I'll be out there for a week. Come in. You just go to the airport, pick them up, and it's on right there. Like, you already got the whole rapport built up with them. They're already comfortable with you and shit like that, and y'all just like,
technology is crazy.
And y'all in a whole ass relationship for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And a lot of times, bro, like, and I've done that, bro, a million times in Hawaii. And a lot of times they look at men like we some dogs, and like that's all we want. It's like, yo, bro, man, that shit be hurting when you gotta take them back to the airport. Like, I done fucking fell in like with you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy. Like, and I get played for this. Like, man, I swear some women do be looking at us, and that's the shitty part. Like, we just meat slayers. Like,
your
meat sword. Like, that's it.
Yeah, they just as bad as us, bro.
Boy,
they just as bad as us, man. They just a little more tactful with it, man. That's all it is.
I felt like I went deep with my homie about this a couple years back. I was like, bro, this is our dad's fault why these women are like that today. And he was like, what you mean? I was like, bro, my dad used to run around with a shirt that said, pimping ain't dead. These hoes just scared.
Yeah.
And like, I used to always look at that shirt and be like, I heard that. Like, because my OGs, his OGs was all pimps and players. Like the 70s, I mean, that's what it was. So that's all I do. And I'm sitting up here like, man, because they treated these girls as mamas that way, our girls are looking at them and being like, I ain't about to get hurt like my mama, so I'm about to play these niggas like they playing us, and in return, like it's super shitty. Like it's now, I wouldn't even want to date nowadays, like, cause I can have a team of niggas until I figure out which one I want, just like a dude would have a team of bitches.
Yep.
And then pick which one is the suitor. Like,
hey,
it's too much. Right?
yeah. Like women have they have their rotations.
And I can't knock it.
Bullshit, you can knock it. What's good for hey, bro? What's good for the goose is not always good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say like, hey man, a key that opens many locks is a master key. And a lock that is opened by many keys is a shitty ass lock. And that's what they become, is a shitty ass lock. When they got a bunch of keys opening their fucking door.
So let me ask you, like, all right, you beat Shorty. Shorty meets you. Y'all are, what's that phase, right? That's not dating. Is that dating?
The talking to phase. The talking to phase, yeah.
We're talking. All right, cool. We go on a date. We haven't done nothing sexual at all. We just went on a date. We kicking it. Cool. Have a hug, kiss goodnight. Damn, I'm feeling you text. We bounce. Next week, you see me out with Talisha. I see you out with Bill. I could feel some type of way about that, but I can't do shit about that, right?
I mean, long as it's nothing, because I'm all about openly dating. I'm all about openly dating. As long as there's nothing sexual, a woman I'm talking to, she can date as many guys as she wants. Just let me know. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can make an informed decision whether to commit this time to that person or to continue to do my thing with my other joints. And then when we decide to make it physical, that's when you got to cut everything off, because I don't know where everybody's shit been. You know what I'm saying? So, and for me,
once you get it, then it's yours. Nobody else. And you are not sharing with nobody else.
Correct.
It's all
correct.
We good.
Yeah. But if we not smashing, then you could date who I tell them that all the time. I'm like, that's part of a man or men courting you. Like back in the day, men had to compete for a woman. You know what I'm saying? And that shit got flipped when we embraced when we embraced the whole pimp lifestyle, and like the hustler lifestyle and the baller lifestyle. Now the women are competing for the men, but it's like, y'all competing for the same man. It's a bunch of regular dudes out here with all the qualities you want. You know what I'm saying? You just want the same person that the other person want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, dating out here is crazy, man, because it's like I said off the fucking pod, but like a lot of women that I've met and talked to out here, and a lot of sisters, they won't date you if you're vaccinated. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
And if you're vaccinated or if you're like pro-vaccine, they will not date you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck does my safety have to do? Like, you're not gonna get the vaccine out of my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
That's wild.
I'm not gonna shoot you with the goddamn antibodies.
What are some of the reasons they're giving you?
Yo, bro, I don't just you know how we are in our community.
Yeah, just straight ignorance. It's straight ignorance. It ain't even.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's like when people, because I have friends that are like that they're not anti-vaxxers, they're just not vaccinated, right? And they live healthy lifestyles, and they can like bags, right? And they can explain everything that they're doing to their body to make it resistant to fucking disease, and they're actually healthy people that you can take advice from. But we're not talking about that though. We talk about motherfuckers eating pork, roll, egg, and cheese, and don't know their cholesterol, and trying to tell me that the government puts microchips and 5G fucking Wi-Fi signals in the vaccine. It's like, yo,
talking about the regular person, like
So it's shit like that, And then out here, it's like because we're near DC, so everybody's super politically charged, right? And like I consider myself a moderate, right? When it comes to politics, I'm very liberal about some things, and in some things I'm very conservative. Like I don't believe in government intervention with like financial institutions and private businesses, but I do believe in social programs, right? So because I'm not all the way left, all the way right, I consider myself in the middle, right? Me personally, I am pro-life, right?
Yeah.
I am pro-life. I do not think that we should just give out abortions willy-nilly. But I do believe that it is a woman's right to choose. And I do believe that there are a whole bunch of reasons to have an abortion, right? But I don't carry a baby. So just because I believe a certain thing should not affect you. Like I'm never going to say that you shouldn't have your belief or you shouldn't be able to get whatever it is like you need. Like because I'm like, yo, it's her body, her choice. I'm a dude. I can't make that choice, right? But for saying something like that, that's like a deal breaker for women out here. They're like, well, how can you think that way? Because nothing has to be one way. Like two things can be right. Like I think kids have a right to life. That doesn't mean that you can't do what you want to do with your body. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that, bro. And then you know, now it's like people don't understand the dating process and how it actually flows. And then, you know, social media has made people less social. They don't have any conversation skills, or they're not really willing to go into in-depth topics right off the bat. Like I don't like small talk. Like I don't really care about the weather, and I don't really care what you did last weekend. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about things that are going to get us to have open responses where we'll actually get to learn about what we think about things. And people are resistant to that. And then another thing I'm gonna tell you, right? When you get to be like our age and you're dating women that like are career women, they don't have a lot of dating experience. You know what I'm saying? So I've met many women and they've only had like 2 or 3 boyfriends, and they're like mid-30s. And it's like, well, what? And then in the time, and the boyfriends weren't for like 5 years, 6-year relationships. It might have been like 6 months to a year, and then they had like a 3-year break in between dating. And it's like, well, what were you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like how did you
bettering myself?
Yeah, and that's it. It's like, yeah, I went back to school. You know what I'm saying? Or I did this, I did that, or I got a pet. And that's the other thing is that you're not just dating a woman out here. You're dating their fucking pet as well. And I ain't the biggest pet guy. You know what I mean? I ain't the biggest pet guy. I'll bring that fucking cat around me, man. Dog, I will date a woman with 2 kids before I date a woman with 2 fucking dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
it's much easier for me. And so that's how it is here, man. Like it's wild, bro. And then you got just the and this is something that you see all the time, bro, just with the women versus men shit that's just prevalent on the internet, where it's like, you know, black men ain't shit and then black women ain't doing this, and it's like a very small percentage of people that are actually the problem. The majority of folks are normal and are good and are cool and are dateable, but it's just the small vocal minority that's just making shit hot. And then like women that like, don't compare me to Future. I don't have Future's money, so I don't have access to Future's women. So because he's knocking down 20 women, that doesn't mean that I'm doing that. You know
he even said a line like, it's hard to be faithful when you making this amount of money, like, or some shit.
Hell yeah, I feel it.
I mean, shit, when you on that type of level, like, holy fuck.
I mean, and you've noticed it in life, bro. Like when you go from being a broke boy to having a little bit of money, right? When you go from being an E1 to E5, your selection of women changes drastically.
Hey, it's different.
You know what I'm saying? It changes drastically. That's when you learn. You're like, oh shit! It's like unlocking a whole new fucking bonus level in life, bro. Like, damn, I got access to all these motherfuckers now because I got a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy. And just to go back, like what you said, like now it's hey, you choosing me. Because I was trying to go off of what you were saying too. Like, if me and Shorty are dating and then you finally smash and now it's nobody for nobody, bro. I was so fucking cutthroat because of that pimp mentality.
Yeah.
That I was telling chicks, hey, if I'm with you, you with me. That's it. But if I like Shorty down the street, it is what it is. Like, if you want to be on the team, I got you. But if not, I'm cool. Like, if you want to talk to Billy, like, you with Billy and you'll get replaced. And that's hard. That's cold as fuck. Like, to think that way.
It's honest though. It's open.
It's honest. And you know what? I think every guy had an OG female that kind of taught, like, that cougar that really set you up for life.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, she put that pimp game on me too. Like, it's just so many ways you got to look at it, but don't ever lie to yourself. Just be honest. Cause she noticed that trait in me. Like, be straight up and you're gonna get whatever you want in life. I'm like, oh, okay.
And because I know, hey, I definitely can relate to that.
Man, it's wild. It's wild. And younger homies, like, man, trying to be players and shit and play the game. I was like, bro, back in the day, we didn't have Facebook and MySpace. So it was a little different. Like, you can move. Yeah. But nowadays, fuck that. Like, bro,
it's too easy to get caught. Yeah, it's too easy to get caught. They got receipts, bro. They got receipts. You can't even have a burner or nothing like that. They got receipts. They can fucking GPS trace your location, shit like that, man. So, yeah.
I got a homie I put you on right now. Like, he got a tracker on his phone. He told us through the group chat, the power of the group chat. Like, man, he told me, like, damn, I was like, you got a tracker on your phone? He was like, yeah, my wife put it on there 2 years ago. I was like, bro. And the way he said it, it was like I couldn't even argue with him, like, or clown him. Because the way he said, like, yeah, man, she put it on there 2 years ago. Instantly, I said, you fucked up, right? Like, you did something 2 years ago to deserve that.
Yeah. And
you still paying for it. So I ain't even about to dig that fucking shit up. Like, hey, cool, bro. You gonna beat up on GTA? Yeah, I'll meet you. All right, cool. Like, but it's just like, damn, if you got to live your life like that, hey.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. I can't do it.
Exactly, man. Cause I know, talking to older women, because I love talking with older women, man. Because one of the things that they taught me was that they were like, yo, this older lady taught me when I was in my 20s. She was like, you ain't married till you married. And I'm like, what? And then she was like, you ain't married till you married. So unless you married to a woman or about to get married to a woman, you don't have to be faithful. And then she was like, if you just tell women that you are dealing with other women, they will respect you for it because they can make a decision about do they want to remain. Yeah, do they want to remain involved with you? And she was like, most of them will say yes. They'll still rock with the team. And I'm like, okay. True. And then I start doing that shit, and then you don't got to worry about the whole cheating shit or getting caught or whatever. Because it's like, yo, you know what it is. Like I'm openly dating. You know what I mean? If we get physical, I will let you know. And I'll tell a woman if I'm gonna stop dealing with her or stop talking to her or hanging out with them, like, yo, me and such and such, like we doing something else now. Exactly. And then a lot of them are like, well, I want some of that too. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, let me tell you this. Selling cars, I learned that a lot of women, they just missing conversation.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They just missing somebody to talk to, like, and to be able to sit there and talk to a guy without him trying to get in your panties. I was trying to tell like a 22-year-old dude friend of mine, like, bro, if you can learn to master the ability to just talk to a female, not even look at her like a female, just look at her as a homie and just, how was your day? What was you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Bro, it'll change your fucking game and you won't be out here struggling like the way you is. So it's wild.
I know, like, for me, like when I meet a woman, I don't go into it with like me trying to conquer her. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like, yo, I got a smash from trying. It's like, nah, it's like, yo, you probably cool. You know what I mean?
Mental stimulation is so dope just to get to know another soul. Like,
and it's like, you get that companionship, you get that friendship, and they always like you got to keep them because they got friends. You know what I mean?
My goodness.
They got friends to put you up on. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, you're not trying to do nothing sexual with them. You treating them like one of the homies because they are. And then it's like, yo, I got a homie for you. And you got homies for me, and then hey, we a mutually beneficial relationship right here. You know what I'm saying? And then you can always go like the same way with your normal friends. Like they are your normal friends. You can just hit them up out the blue, talk about whatever. When they got a problem, when they got some man issue, they can come call you, and you can give them real deal. You can give them that real deal. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not trying to pull some really lump shit and smash them. You can tell them when a guy is good, when the guy's a fuck boy. You know, if they're suspicious about something, you be like, yeah, this is what really is going on. You know, like how a lot of times we don't open up with our feelings, things like that. You can explain that to them about their man, and then help them get him to open up based on what we know as men and talking to our homeboys about why we don't open up. So is that, you know, when I hear people like Steve Harvey and shit like that say that he can't have women friends, it's like, bro, are you just trying to fuck them all, or
it's
what?
Some niggas that can't, like, and I seen that too, and I was like, bro, like, I don't believe that shit, because it's some niggas that can't. I just know that they don't have that mental capacity to look at a woman and just have a conversation. Yeah, just always thinking about the box, like. But I agree with Steve on some shit, but I don't on some shit too. So I mean, but that's life. But yes, you can have female friends. I mean, they're humans. We're all human beings.
That's like, what I'm saying. They're human beings.
Grow up. Like, damn. I mean, yeah. So I feel you on that one.
Yeah, most of the best advice I've ever gotten has come from women who've taken me aside and corrected me, held me accountable for some kind of behavior, and I appreciate it, man. I love them. I love women,
you
bro.
Need it.
All women listeners, women out there, I love you.
You
and I know y'all saw me wearing that pink this weekend. Listen, Certified Lover Boy came out. That CLB came out. I had to get in my bag, man. I had to let these I had to get motherfuckers something to look at, man. But we'll get into that Drake album later, bro. But what I do want to ask you, man, is because I know you have daughters.
Yes, sir.
So when did you have your first child? And then what was your mentality going into your first child?
So I fucking hated kids. Because as I'm learning, as I'm getting older, I hate ignorance. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand, like, a kid doesn't know, they're learning from you. They're seeing their interaction. They're little human beings. They're little people just growing. So it humbled me because my daughter was born in a New Hampshire upscale hospital, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Shipyard in Fort Smith, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And so, we're sipping on our clam chowder. And I'm just playing. But we went up there to the hospital, and the doctor was cool as shit. He let me deliver my daughter, like right there.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Bro, I'm just sitting there chilling, like looking at the hole, because I was already ready watching all these fucking videos, how they be doing. So she comes out, and instantly, bam, I'm daddy. Don't start no shit. Like I treated my kids like the military. Like I really treated them like regular people. Didn't bullshit them, like right to the point. I remember my daughter being like 3 months, bawling, just losing it, right? And we on Shipyard, so I'm home every day, and I'm just looking at her, I'm like, you want something to eat? You don't want nothing to eat because you just ate. You want something to drink? You already drank. I changed your diaper. Well, you're gonna have to figure it out. Like, and after a while, hours, she stopped crying. But it was that, and to me, in my head, I'm thinking that I taught you a life lesson, even as a baby. You can scream all you want, ain't nobody gonna do shit. You got to figure it out yourself sometimes. Like, bro, to this day, my daughter needs nothing. Like, she's independent. Like, now, my second daughter, I wasn't there for my second daughter because I got to ship sea duty. Mm-hmm. You can tell the difference, the immediate difference. Like, they all have my traits. She's a hustler when it comes to money. She has my hustler mentality. Like, ain't no stopping her now. Hey, she's a hustler. Like, every dollar she's got, she's flipped to something else. That's her magic ability. But you can't stop my oldest from doing just that, just her. So with my baby girl, I've got 3. Mm-hmm. My baby girl that I got right now, she's the most filled with love and attention and everybody, blah, blah, blah. So I'm curious of how she's going to be, because I'm not in the military no more. I'm more girl dad. I'm older. I understand more. I'm not a dick like I was with my other kids because I made them so strong. So it's going to be weird to see how that goes. But I still, to this day, my daughters, they know, like, when keeping it real, like, that's all you can do, because when you got daughters, you can't bullshit them because there's some dude out there like me. Yeah, that knows the game, that'll break a bitch down, that'll train you. Like, you got to put them on the right path. And I got sons too, 2 stepsons and my own boy. So it's like I'm in this kind of rocking boat. I always tell people, like, I teach my girls one thing, but I tell my boys to watch out for this. I teach my girls, if a dude come to you with money, talking that money talk, shit, I give you $50. I got that shit. I'm worth $500. What you got? Yeah. I'm gonna make you talk money talk, like, because if that's how you're gonna come to a girl, then cool, let's do that. Because that's what my wife will do ASAP. But if you a dude talking to a girl like a regular gentleman and she's treating you cool, then just keep it going back and forth. My bad, bro.
Oh, that's all good.
Thank you. All right, cool. So I'm always finding myself, especially because my daughter's 13, 12, my boy's 10, 9.
Yeah.
So I'm finding myself in that little realm right there. But with daughters, it's always about keeping it real. With the boys, man, holy shit. Mama's always gonna have the boys, man. That's the hard part with the boys. They so sensitive, but shit, I think that's the biggest thing I learned, even just throughout fatherhood, is keeping it real.
So how has it been stepping into the role as a step parent in a blended family? Like, how was that for you?
It's pretty easy for me just because I feel like with me, I jump into situations head first. Mm-hmm. So I don't even try and like make shit awkward. Find that connection immediately and just keep moving forward. Everything leads back to the military. Like I guess they put you in so many awkward situations that it's just easy. Like, so, with boys, I've never been around little boys. So it was like, what would they like? Video games. Bam, instant connection. Like, we're game heads. So it just rocked out from there, like fighting, combat, like, oh, okay, you guys like to fight all day. Yes, let's do that. UFC. Yes, let's do that. So it just rocked out from there. The biggest thing for me, especially because now I've got stepmom, my kids out there, she's gonna meet people. And I'm huge on this. I'm a man. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, like, I really have this like dominant spirit about me, like alpha male. I walk into a room, I'm looking at everybody, I'm seeing the situation, and you're gonna know I'm there. But I'm not here like to dominate the situation, but like, my presence. And I feel like every man should, like, just, I'm here. Okay, cool. Like, I don't want to be that frail guy. Like, it is what it is. So and I'm going off on the tangent because I see my daughter trying to run down the steps. So why do kids always want to run down steps? Like,
I did with that shit with my daughter, man. She's like 13, 14 months trying to do that shit.
But, oh my goodness, man, she always scares the shit out of me with that one. Catch me up to speed. We were just talking about the alpha male.
You were saying you had a dominant presence in the room and all men should be like that.
Fuck. She killed me with we might have to move back on because she killed me coming down these steps.
All right, so I got a question. So how do you have a relationship with the father of the boys?
Yeah, actually, that's where I was trying to go to. So meeting, I feel like if you're going to be dating someone and then it gets to meeting the kids, mm-hmm. I feel like as men, I don't care how weird the stepdaddy is or we never got along, all we did was fight and argue. That's cool. You argue with a man and a woman. Mm-hmm. Men don't do that. We don't, like, we talk, figure something out, and it has to escalate, It is what it is. But there's no reason it should. It's two men meeting. With him, it was me constantly saying, babe, I want to meet their dad because I feel that as my daughters, if anybody meets them, I want to meet him because I can look him in his eyes and just notice certain things that you might not see.
Yeah.
And that's the person that's going to be around my daughters. Like, I need to make sure we good. I need another stick. Okay. So that's just something that I feel that needs to be established when we are meeting kids. I meet stepdad. I don't care about all the extra stuff. We need to just sit down and say, hey, I'm Morgan. Hey, I'm Joe. Joe, I'm going to be around your kids. This is what I believe in. That way we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And then it's all good. But that weird shit of, well, whatever, they'll meet up. And then they meet up at a birthday party and they never was introduced. And it just, nah. Like, if we're going to be a family and I know I'm about to make that step, like, you really got to get that shit out the way ASAP because it's bigger than us. It's the fucking kids. Like, fuck us. It's the kids.
Yeah, and a lot of that, it's just putting that pride and ego to the side and then just, focusing on what's the main thing, which is how we're going to raise this kid together. Because it's like you don't want to have like a different discipline style than the dad or or if it's like, hey, like he's like a person that believes in spanking and you're not a spanker, y'all got to talk about that.
That's true.
It's like, well, hey, like I'm not into hitting kids, but this is what I do discipline kids. So just so you know, like they're not gonna get spankings, but they're gonna get time out. And I want you to know what I'm doing over here. So if you have any objections, you can let me know. Or if you have suggestions, you can let me know. Or if it's something that you feel that they need their ass whooped for, I'm gonna call you. Yeah, and you can deliver that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing,
we need
man.
To have that level of communication. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I see it easier with men to do, but with women, they don't want to do that shit, bro.
Oh man, mm-hmm. It's something about that. I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know. I talk to my lady a lot about humility and being the bigger woman, and sometimes just And I've noticed in her life, she takes that higher road, and I'm not very religious, but God blesses her so much because of that. I always see that next blessing because she just said, you know what? And I like to tell my homies sometimes, you know what, we don't argue outside of people outside of our tax bracket. It's a different conversation. They don't get it. And there's something that he has to sometimes, you know what? I'm cool, bro. Because he would like flare up on everybody, but why? Why give him that? Yeah, so.
But that's all right. That's all right, though, man. So you talking about your lady, and I see you post your lady all the time. So
heavy.
How did that come about, and when did you realize that she was the one that you were going to lead a game for, hang the jersey up, and make an honest woman? Because you celebrating a wedding anniversary as well pretty recently, right? That's
true. We just celebrated that. That was our 1 year. We just first year down. And so it's 2015. Got out of a breakup, taking some time off for myself. I went onto a dating website and I wrote her, and I'm huge into like reading the bio. Yeah. Because I want to know what you're talking about, like captivated me or whatever. And I always respond back to that bio because I'm curious about something. Took her a couple months to write me back. We decided to meet up at a park to go work out. It's like shit. But I didn't know I was dealing with a Disney princess. So the park wasn't the best place. And I had a blanket in the back of the car or whatever. But she brought her homegirl with her, of course. And so she grilling me. We all talking, then there's ants and all types of shit. And so planned a second date. But that didn't work out. Now I'm back home. So I'm doing Time Warner cable. I'm going to different doors and I'm selling cable. And Shorty was dope. She rolled with me for the day. And so we just riding around talking and shit like that. She comes up to the crib. And I love conversation. It's my biggest thing because when you locked up on the submarine, you talk to your homies all day. You don't get the chance to talk to a lovely lady. And serenade her with the words from the world or whatever. So we rocking like that. And after time, like I tell people, is that, you might be rocking with a couple shorties, like, but who kind of outlasts like bang, bang, bang? Who's the one that's like bam, bam, bam? I'm right there, right? So it was a moment that happened, right? I bought this Nissan Altima when I left San Diego, and brought it back home, put some bang in it, had the windows tinted, had a deck in there, had all the shit, but I never changed out the battery. Yeah. Bro, so I'm riding. I'm leaving the Blackfest from downtown Cincinnati, and I'm probably going 20 minutes to my house. AC blasting, 215s in the back. I'm going. Oh yeah, you killing that, bro. Battery. Like my windshield washer fluid just started coming on out of nowhere. So I put the shit on. Like it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It's hot, bro. I smell electrical smoke. I know what that smell smells like. I get to the fucking side of the highway. I pull off, and my hood catches on fire. My whole car catches on fire. I hurry up and grab my phone because it's in the car. I'm leaving out. I don't know who to call, like, because I have a small family. Like, so I hit her up and I'm like, babe, my car is on fire. Shorty was there, like, bro, they had the whole highway blocked off. And I don't know how she fucking did some off-road shit. Like, it's different. You feel me? Like, so she came out of nowhere. They had the whole highway blocked off. She came through. She was there for me. I guess that's what happened to the car. I blew up the battery, but I ain't gonna say shit. So paid off the whip, got my new whip. I'm good. Like, and from then on, like, I mean, I never had to question my shorty's loyalty. Like, she's always had my back. I guess when you start marking off those like the checklist, like she bad as fuck. Like, and it's so many things before I get to how she looks, like that she pushed me. And I feel like before any man gets married, I would always ask him, what has she done to better you? Correct. Because if you get with a bitch that like, y'all just rocking, like it works. She's not that asshole in your life that makes sure like, bro, okay, for example, I got a cable business. What the fuck does it mean you got 20 customers? Like, I get $20 a customer, so that's $400 a month. What the fuck is 400? Why you ain't got 800? If she ain't that type of bitch, like, then you gonna be just that $400 nigga and cool. Like, I really feel like your shorty pushes you, and you put her in a position that like y'all just, if y'all could do this, holy fuck, there ain't no stopping. Because that's just her. We went from my 1-bedroom apartment, her 2-bedroom, to a 2-bedroom, to a 3-bedroom house, to a 4-bedroom house, to owning some shit. Like, that's our growth. It's crazy. Yeah. So once I looked at all that, it's like dumb. Like, what are you doing? Like, I started to put my shorty on a pedestal, and I always say, like, if you can't knock her off, who are you? Like, ew. Like, so I couldn't find that. I couldn't find nobody that can compete with that, and it just made it too easy after a while. So yeah, it just rocked out perfect. And I give anybody that sauce, like, if you can find a shorty that you can rock with like that, good grief. It's hard as fuck because
it is, man.
Bro, like, some of these girls out here, man, they do too much. Do too fucking much and do too little. Like, so.
Yeah, that's a good quote, man. They do too much and do too fucking little, bro. That's a bar. That's a bar right there, man. It's for real. Because I know one of the things I always tell people, man, is that, like how you said, like, your shorty pushes you, is that, you know, she should hold you accountable. Like, she's like a teammate, right? And if I'm Tom Brady and you Randy Moss, right? If I throw a bad pass, even though you catch it, you still got to tell me it was a bad pass.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or if you run a route wrong, I'm gonna correct you. Like, we still gonna make that connection, but it's like, yo, we gotta hold each other accountable. And and she shouldn't try to change you, but she should motivate you to want to become a better version of yourself. And then the same thing with us. It's like, you know, to me, you know, complacency is what kills romance. You know, because it's like, when you look at a relationship 5-10 years down the road, and they're like, oh well, like, we don't do this anymore, or he's not romantic or whatever. It's like, well, whatever he did to get you, he has to do to keep you. So were you holding him accountable in doing that? And then did you communicate with that person that this is what you need to feel stable and valued in a relationship? A lot of times, you know, people don't understand their love language, right? And it's all just the materialistic shit that they see, instead of what they actually need, which is like mental stimulation and to feel valued. You know what I'm saying? And that don't come with a price tag, you know. So
that's huge.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. I'll be there. I'll be there by November, bro. I keep telling my sister, I'm like, yo, I'm bringing a date to Thanksgiving. I'm proposing at Thanksgiving, getting married on New Year's. I have no prospect right now for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I still got maybe 45, 48 days, you know, so we'll see what the fuck is going on, man.
I'm learning, because I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I got a homie right now, he going through a divorce, and I mean, he deserved every single piece of it. Like, and I can't, at my age, I'm learning not to bullshit a lot of people, like, but when you play with fire, you feel me? Like, shorty got salty at him because he wouldn't come through, a little side bitch, and she went ahead and wrote the wifey. You feel me? Like, and just blew up the whole spot. Shorty moved out, like, and they live in separate lives now. The kids, they a little older, so they know what's up, and it's just sad to see the whole situation. But bruh, if I'm not happy with my lady, I'm gonna tell her. And there's a difference between if she doesn't do something about it, or if she just says, well, just do you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and that's cold if a bitch do that. Like, but it with her, like, if you didn't tell her you ain't happy and you still you fucking around, that's cold. Like, you deserve what's gonna happen next. So.
Yeah, you didn't give her a chance to make that decision, because like what I've learned being down here in DC and in Hawaii, bro, is that a lot of women are way more open to open relationships now. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women are into polyamory. Like, it's this whole ethical non-monogamy shit that they're promoting now. And it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, but I see why it works. You know what I'm saying? I see why it works, and I get it. I just know me, I'm selfish as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody hands on my fucking pizza, bro. You know what I mean? Right. So, but I'll go to Domino's, I'll go to Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? I'll go to Little Caesars, but I don't want nobody eating my pizza. So I'm like, I can't reciprocate that same shit, man. So I can't do that, man. But yeah, man. It's a lot of different, you know, just I think the idea of like the whole one man, one woman thing. That's like that. I mean, that's a religion-based thing, a Christianity-based thing. Because if you look at other religions, they allow you to have as many wives as you can take care of. Yeah. You know, and even back in the day with Judaism and the same. But you know that whole shit ended with the New Testament. Like in the Old Testament, you could have more than one wife. You could have chicks pregnant and everything as long as they was in the same house. You know, but New Testament came out and Jesus was like, nah, son, y'all y'all flying right now. Y'all bugging.
Doing a little bit too much. Doing a little bit too much.
But I mean, you know, it is what it is, though, man. But I know me. I couldn't do 2 ladies at my age now. Hell no, I'm so fucking lazy.
It's right. The stress of it, like, man, the ability to keep both of y'all entertained, like I need to be. Unless, like, I mean, I met some women in life that met this one chick. She was a nurse, and she was an emergency room nurse, and so all she wanted was companionship on the weekends when she was finally off.
Yeah,
and that's all I was she worked so much just to have somebody she can bitch and complain to about Teresa at 2:00 in the morning that always got the stanky feet. Like, she always just to have that person, right? That's all I was used for. And it just, I guess for some people, finding your niche in life, like what you need, because I wouldn't, like I said, until marriage it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is, man.
It's a lot. It ain't for everybody.
It's a job.
And it's okay
I don't think everybody should get married. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro. No.
I think some relationships should just stay. Y'all should just stay whatever y'all are and whatever works for you guys. Because for some people, marriage does change things.
It does. It does. To think that, and I tell people, like, we live on one planet Earth, but we all live in our own world. Like, each man has his own world. I got the Morgan world, where I think that certain things are right, where I think that certain things make sense. On my planet, it makes sense, but on your planet, it's fucking weird as shit.
Yeah,
I'm taking somebody's planet and I'm colliding it together with theirs, and now we're trying to figure this shit out together. Like, bro, it's a lot. It's a lot. And if you ain't built, especially with this mentality, like, I put my lady first before I put myself.
Yeah.
Because I try and think, like, you know, would that be appealing to her? Because if she's happy, I'm good. That makes me feel good. And then the kids are good. If my lady's pissed off, I'm pissed off. The kids are pissed off. Like, it is what it is. But I noticed with that mentality, life works really nice. If I put myself above everybody, shit's kind of weird. Like, it doesn't work that well. But that shit works really nice. So a lot of people can't, and my boy is that way. That's what I was trying to allude to, is that very bullheaded. It's my way or the highway. I know what's right. The map is wrong. Fuck MapQuest. I've been down this street 27 times. So it's like, damn, bro, like, you know, I don't think you were meant to be married. And some people just ain't.
Because one of the biggest things that I learned, because I was married for 6 years, man, and the being married part was the easy part, because all you got to do is be willing to compromise. You know, be willing to compromise. Understand that sometimes that you guys will have agreement, or you'll have disagreements, but the point of that is to continue to move forward. You know, and it's like, hey, like I may not agree with this, or you don't agree with this, but we can come to a compromise and move forward and leave the bitterness from the disagreement in the past, because we've come to a combined decision on how we're going to proceed. And a lot of folks, they always feel a need to win or the need to be right, and that's what stops them from ever being able to compromise. And that falls on both genders, man, men and female. You know, men and women, right? It's like we always got to be right, or they always got to be right, and you'll sit there and argue about a point so much that you forgot what the fuck you was arguing about, and now y'all just trying to fucking just hurt each other at this point, or prove that one person is superior to the other person. You know what I'm saying? So I do got a question for you, man. What do you think is the biggest divide in our community that is stopping men and women from having healthy relationships?
Communication.
Okay.
That's probably one of the biggest things. I feel like I had this one shorty that I knew for like years now, and her name is Majesty Santiago on my Facebook page. She was a sex slave, and now she embraces sex in so many different ways on her page. She sells it through her books, her toys, and all types of stuff. Like, but her biggest thing was she said that the most uncomfortable conversations lead to the best experiences or something. And when she said that, I was like, damn, that's dope. Like, geez, sometimes me and my wife, or sometimes me and my friend, we need to have those awkward conversations because it alleviates something in the room, like, or just makes things better. And communication, if you ain't talking to your shorty, like, that's what they kind of crave. Just that us men, you know, we'll play the game, we'll sit like in the man room or whatever. My boy will sit over here, we'll sit over here. We don't have to talk, but we're talking. But it's just like, all right. Yeah, that right there. Yeah. Oh, that was live. Yeah. But that's us. women, girl, you won't believe, holy shit, this nigga, oh my God. No, I didn't do that. Pour up that shit again. I mean, I'm here, I see it. So I ain't even trying to play no females in the audience, but it's like their conversation is different. Now you got your man, and we probably don't want to have those conversations, but it's like just the communication, just to know that will lead to so many better communications when it comes to y'all, because now she feels comfortable. So I feel like that's one of the issues that I notice in a lot of relationships that I've seen in my little circles, is that communication, just listening to your shorty, letting her vent, get that little off, and just rubbing some feet. I always, when my boys want to do something, I'll be like, bro, I'm rubbing feet right now. Like, I ain't even about to fuck around. Like, it is what it is. But just taking that mental break for her, because women need that shit. Like, I was talking to my girl the other day, and I was like, I seen a post about, if you feel some type of way about your girl, just take her pictures and post it on Tinder and close it for an hour and come back. Bro, I bet you're gonna see how bad your girl is. Like, and it made me feel some type of way. I was like, damn, like, you know, I get mad at my girl. Everybody gets arguments and stuff, but I'm blessed. Like, I need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, so it's just those pick your battles, and just know your communication with your girl.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the big things, man, is knowing what battles to pick or what hill to die on, because a lot of times we'll pick the wrong battles and the wrong fights, and we don't need to have these confrontations or these conflicts all the time when we can just say, you know what, it don't even matter that much, or you know what, I was wrong, you know, or just whatever. It's just like, you know, hey, you got it. It ain't worth the fucking drama that's going to cause later on down the road between us beefing over this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely feel you on that, man. But so what do you think about the impact of social media on relationships? You think it's a negative or a positive thing, or it's just in between?
I think it's the way you use this shit. Because, like, I know a shorty right now that's being petty and using it to get back at somebody.
Yeah.
And it's sad, because, like, people give the wrong energy to the wrong people. When, I mean, social media could be a beautiful thing. To me, I love using it to show that it's hard to find a young brown couple, black couple out there that's actually doing it. You feel me? Like, to see, I don't have an OG that's married that loves his wife. I don't know anybody that actually fucks with their wife like that. And it's sad to say that. I got people that are married, like, but that's it. They do stuff together. But I fuck with my shorty. Like, we actually talk and, like, laugh and kick it and go out by ourselves and have a good time. I don't know people like that. So for me, social media shows, like, I'm an example to some young homies that I talk to, that's like, I get people ask me, how do you do that shit? Like, what do you mean, how do I do this? Like, how do you, because I just hate my fucking spouse. Like, that just shows you, like, you
that's
know,
some real shit too, man.
Like, it just, for me, why be with somebody that you don't wake up to and be like, damn, I'm good. Like, you know, this is the person that's secure. It's going to take some time, but I feel like she's trained me in certain ways. She's changed me to want to be somebody else and to rock with her wavelength, like, because she has proven to me, like, you know. So social media can be a beautiful thing if you use it the right way. Like, I feel like I'm using it the right way, but some people, they just say, yeah, I don't think they built for that.
Yeah, no, because you definitely see a lot of the back and forth or the pettiness that'll be on social media, or somebody will post something that is meant for, like, their significant other, but instead of just talking to them about it, they'll post it on social media, and then 2 days later complain about everybody being in their business.
Oh man, it's sad. It's sad. And it's sad for me. Like, I used to get in trouble for that heavy, because, prime example, we went to California in January for 3 months. I met the security guard at the hotel we were staying at. I'm there for 3 months, so I'm getting to know people. Bro, when I tell you, like, homie told me his whole fucking life story, like, bro, he's getting to work, and he's the night shift guy, so I'm out smoking Cali, but living the good life. And fucking, he's like, man, you know, I had this, my girl that I'm dating, you know, I fucked up on her, and, you know, I tried to take her to the hotel, and we tried to have sex, but she wouldn't have sex with me, and I don't understand why. Then she took my phone and she went inside the bathroom and She locked the door and came back out smiling. And in my head, I'm like, I got so much game that I'm like, bro, you fucked up with your girl and you still with her?
Yeah.
You let her take your phone and she in the bathroom by herself. She came out smiling and gave you the phone. Like, there's so much bullshit. And I'm just like, holy fuck, man. Like, the people that you meet, the stories that they go through. And I'm like, I can't be the one. I can't be the one. Like, this shit, man. It just, I feel like sometimes I'm a vessel of like common sense, because maybe these guys, a lot of my homies, especially my one young homie, Muscle Dude, right? The one that you was talking to, like, he doesn't have any male guidance in his life. It's his grandma. Mm-hmm. So sometimes when we talk, it's like he's getting from a 23-year-old to 35, like he's getting that OG knowledge. Like, there's certain ways you got to talk to a lady that they can kind of grasp what you're trying to say. Because when you come off like, oh, like they look at you as a physical dominant person when you're trying to be like, so yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild looking at these people now.
So I do have a question, man. Do you think that celebrities influence women in a negative or a positive way with regards to relationships? Just specifically talking about our community. So like the Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions, the Lizzos, things like that, the, you know, India, whoever the fuck they are, right? Do you think that they are a negative or a positive impact on how Black women act with regards to relationships?
So this is what I love. Like, all right, for example, there's this one, Candace Owens.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're hip, right? So this is my problem with, and something that I love about a woman is that, you know, I love the sexuality of a woman. Her curves, the way she can walk into a room and make guys say, hey, damn, like, I hate that I loathe that you have a woman like Candace Owens that would get mad at her own WAP. Like, her being a woman and having a man and being able to walk home and being like, I got some wet ass, like, this is your shit. Like, you feel me? Yeah. Like, if there was a equivalent, holy fuck, bro, I don't know if we can pause this. My wife keeps calling me though. Like,
yeah, I can pause it.
You can pause it, bro.
Yep.
Okay.
Recording now.
Thank you. Can you bring my charger from upstairs? I'm ready, man.
All right, yeah. So you're talking about Candace Owens and her WAP.
Oh yeah. So her WAP. So I was super salty because it's like, you get a woman, it's like you need every expression of a woman to be available for different type of women. Nobody is the same. Candace Owens is like, she gives me these vibes of like cardboard. And it's just like, you can't express yourself. Like, it's just, we're all gonna be the Matrix and just bop, bop, bop. And you got women that think and act like Cardi B. Like, there is a time and a place for everything.
Got you.
There are certain times when you can close the blinds, the kids are gone. I don't know who her dude is, some politician, whatever. When he might want to just pull down that tie and just be like, what's popping? Like, you feel me? There's a time and a place for that. And I don't know what the male equivalent version is. Thank you so much, sir. I don't know what the male equivalent version of that is, but I need that. You feel me? Like, I want to express myself too. So for people like that don't get it, it makes me sad, because you're missing out. It's like you're missing out on your sexuality. And if it's not for you, next. It's that simple. These people aren't here to raise our kids. They're here for entertainment. And I'm entertained. I'm the people that like it. If you don't like it, next. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it sometimes. So I love it. I love what all this shit is doing.
Yeah, because for me, it's like, I'm not a fan of WAP. I mean, the real WAP, the shit in person, you know what I'm saying? When Shorty got that WAP, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that, for real. That shit like Disney Plus.
We got to give yourself a clue, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah, the real WAP, you know what I'm saying? I love that, bro. It's a fucking party. But it's like you said, time and place, right? So it's like, if I'm in the club, I'm in the car, I'm in the crib with Shorty, hell yeah, I'm trying to hear that. I'm about it. But if we in the grocery store, or if the kids is around,
not at all.
We can't be playing that. And that's my only concern with it, is that people they take that whole freedom of expression, but they don't understand that there's a time and a place for every expression. The same way that you don't want to run into a crowded place and yell bomb or something like that. You don't want to be around kids playing that kind of music because they're not mentally developed enough to understand what that shit actually means. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I got, Lizzo had this, she's on the internet crying about being bullied or people making fun of her, blah, 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 from this incident where she was twerking in front of a community center. And I'm like, hey, man, the problem isn't you twerking. The problem isn't no one's body shaming you. The problem is that you're twerking around kids. There's kids in the background at a community center. If you want to do that shit at the club, at a party, on stage, whatever, that's fine, bro. But you can't do that shit around fucking kids because then when kids go and do that shit, they're being over-sexualized. And then we talk about, we got to protect our girls and protect black women. When we try to protect them, we get called misogynist for it. You know what I'm saying? Or sexist or toxic. And it's like, yo,
here you go, trying to take over some shit.
Yeah, man. But because I'm it's like you said, like they're not here to raise the kids. They're here to be entertainers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm not going to let my kid watch fucking, Saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let them watch The Conjuring. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them watch what's appropriate. And so I think that us as being parents, things like that, we just got to be cognizant to what we let our kids around, and then when they ask us about this shit, we just got to be honest with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't like that's not for you. That's for grown folks. You know what I'm saying?
We talk to our kids about Lil Nas X, everything that pops up with them, just because we know. Like my son, he's in the 7th grade, but he's in the same school with 12th graders. So we know what's up. Like, just having those honest conversations. But
so what are your thoughts on that? Because little Boosie is losing his fucking mind right now. With little Nas X is living rent free in Boosie's head right now. And Boosie's excuse or his reasoning for why he's just fucking going at Lil Nas X is because he's trying to say that he's trying to protect the kids. He's trying to protect little boys. But then he was just on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne God asked him a question. Well, why is Lil Nas X talking about his sexuality dangerous for little boys, but you talking about beating women, selling dope, killing people in the community, gang culture, all that kind of stuff? Why is that not equally as dangerous, if not more dangerous? And he has no answer for that except, that's just my opinion. Well, it's like, yo, what's the real issue? So what are your thoughts on Lil Nas X and his his conduct?
So I started off the conversation. I just told you, like, so my family, Jamaican and Cuban, my mom Puerto Rican. So for Jamaicans, it's like super heavy, like no gayness, like what the fuck, like what death upon you, like. And I had to dig deep into like the history of that and why the hatred is there. And I never want to just sit there and just give somebody the cup of juice and then feed it to you, and now you know the knowledge. Do your own research, like. But that shit is a no-no in the Jamaican community. So Jamaican,
they made songs about it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me?
Burn
like,
the Chi-Chi, man, like all them Buju Banton and fucking all them old dancehall records was about like, beating and killing. Boom, bye bye to a Bati boy head.
You feel me? Like this shit goes deep. Like so so just the mentality of growing up and finding out about it, like I said. So for me, as an alpha male raising boys, thinking of the regular life of man meets woman, has baby, continues life. I don't have a problem with gay people. I don't have a problem with the way you live your life. Do you be blessed, be happy. I do get kind of like weirded out with like the very feminine gay guys. Like the extra stuff, it kind of it creeps me out, and I have no problem saying that. But if you're just gay and you straight up just say, bro, I'm gay, I like dudes, cool, whatever, like that's what's up. But I don't want to be forced to see it. Now, will I flip the coin and say 2 girls is the most beautiful thing in the world? Hell yeah, that shit is amazing. Good fucking grief, like that shit is beautiful. But on my planet of Linton Morgan, like two dudes kissing is not a cool thing to me. Like butt sex is not cool to me. Like hairiness and it's just creepy as fuck. Like, and I don't like it. It just makes me feel weird. So I have gay friends, and I've told them because I got into a little issue on Facebook, a deep issue of the choice of being gay. And I had to understand that it's not a choice for some people. And I get it. My thought process at that time was, if you say one day, you know what, I like guys, I'm gonna be gay. I thought that's what you do. You make a choice. You finally say, you know what, I'm gonna live my life, I'm gay.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't that. It's certain people, they didn't have a choice. So if you're just honest with me and just straight up put it out there, hey, I'm gay, I'm gonna do this, cool, live your life, be blessed. But raising my kids, I'm hoping that they carry on my name and they're not gay. But if you are gay, and I've told gay people this straight to their face, like, I will not be at your wedding. I won't see anything that you do outside of this house. Like, when you come home, hey, what's up? It's still love. But outside that, whatever you do, that's your choice. Like, and it is what it is. Might be cold as fuck, but I'm honest as fuck with my kids. Like, I don't bullshit.
I mean, that's all you can be is honest, you know, because if you look at like, because if we take the politics out of whether someone's anti or pro LGBT, right?
Yeah.
It boils down to, what are you attracted to? So if you're a man and you're attracted to women, you're not going to find two dudes kissing attractive. Like, you're not going to want to see it, right? The same way men that are attracted to other men, they don't want to see two women going at it, or man, they get freaked out the same way that we do, right? And it's like, if we just simply look at, it's like, yo, I don't like fucking bananas, right? So if you fucking bring me a banana cream pie, I'm not going to want to eat that shit.
It's a wrap.
You know I'm not going to want to look at a person eating that shit. Like, you can eat that shit. That's all you. I don't like bananas. You know what I'm saying? It's like me with marijuana right now, bro. It's like, I'm allergic to marijuana, right? And it's like, yo, that's cool. That's a choice, bro. It's like, that's not. I don't have a choice in that shit, right? So it's like, yo, it's like, you know, I just don't want to be around it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't my shit no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if people look at it as, if you don't, because it's a difference between tolerance and acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And tolerating something is just allowing people to live their lives and be who they are and not infringing on their rights and all that kind of shit. And that's cool. But you don't have to accept anything, bro. The same way, like, you can be like, you know what? I got friends that are black. I got friends that are white. I don't like interracial relationships. And yeah, that might sound fucked up, but it's like, yo, that's you being honest and saying, yo, you can do it, but I just don't like it. I'm not going to ever tell you can't do it. And I'm not going to fucking, you know, come and try to break up your shit. No, it's just like, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But we should be able to have a disagreement and fucking move forward with it. You know what I'm saying? And people, you know, because it's like, you know, being in Hawaii, like, that whole lifestyle is just like out there. It's like super prevalent. You have everybody everywhere. And I get why people get upset about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, it's fucking everywhere. And most people don't want to see overt sexuality of any kind. No. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we're raised. So we don't want to see like a man kissing his wife all in public. We say, yo, get a room, right? We say get a room when you making out with your girl and no one calls you a fucking heterophobe, right? No. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, like if you kissing your wife and your kids see and they're like, ew, that's nasty, go away, right? You're not going to call them, they're not going to be called heterophobes. But if they were a same gender couple and you say that, automatically you're homophobic. And it's like, yo, no, I just don't want to see that shit, period. You know, because I watch the Game of Thrones. I fast forward through all the fucking sex scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because
I hear John. Can't be out here Jon Snow.
Can't be out here Jon Snow these hoes, you know what I'm saying? So can't be out here going down these chicks, these damn wildlings, and they ain't fucking shower their lady parts, bro. But
yo, to this day, I be telling cats that I was like, man, you can't be out here Jon Snow though. Like,
hell no,
what are you talking about? I'm like,
I know a lot of cats Jon Snow these hoes, man. They crazy as hell, man. But yo, all right, so we talked about that, man. I want to get into some crypto talk, man, because you were one of the early adopters in this whole game, man. So just what have you seen from when you first got into it into now, and do you think? So you said like only 7% of people are aware of crypto. So do you see the trend increasing in the community, or are people just still as blind to this as they are as to investing and things of that nature?
Man, it's blind, still don't get it. I got into this space at the market cap, because I try and see the bigger picture and everything. And the market cap of the entire space was like 500 billion or something like that. The market cap of like the world stock market and everything was like 56 trillion or some shit like that. Now we're at 2.3 trillion for crypto, and the world, I don't even know where the world is at. It's always going up. But just to show, like, in the course of 3 years, $2 trillion, like, just popping up out of nowhere is just nuts. And for me, I'm almost looking at that. I told people it's life-changing because I haven't worked since December of last year. And from once I found out about stocks, that opened up the door to Forex. And Forex is amazing if you got the money and the time, but that shit moves so fast that, I mean, your money it's too fast. It's too fast. But crypto compared to stocks is so much faster that I fell in love with it. And from there, it just changed my life, because if you can understand the future of money, I mean, money started off as like, what was it? Just, I had this, I'll give you that for that.
Yeah, it's a barter system, yeah.
I mean, after a while, like, you know, holy fuck, I keep dropping my damn thing. If you look at there we go. So yeah, the barter system. So niggas used to run around with a fucking brick of gold. Then after that, you had to break it down, and you had coins, and then from there, ain't nobody running around with a satchel. Like, we got dollars, we got, you know what I mean? Now it's going to credit cards, and now everything is digital. So if you look at money since 2009, 10, when Bitcoin really was like out there, I mean, it was the future of money. That was the whole thing. Like, you know, when I say it's my dollar, that's my dollar. I should be able to own that. But no, once you put that dollar in the bank, that shit is like, it's there, but I'll give you another dollar back. Like, but that shit goes into some whirlwind or whatever. There's like 5 niggas out in the world. And for the people watching, when I say niggas, like, I do believe there are black, white, red, black, green, orange, yellow niggas like all over the world. Like, I love black people, but I just hate niggas. Like, niggas are different. So there are niggas out in the world that own all the money in the world, the Rothschilds, the JP Morgans, the fucking big people, like, that we don't see behind the scenes. So they own the money of the world. Fuck the government, fuck all that shit. Like, they own shit. So when I say I want my money and I want it now, how do I do that? Bitcoin. It's your money. You own a Bitcoin, you get a Bitcoin. Like, that's it. There's no middleman. But then you've got systems that need to run the networks. Like, Bitcoin is number one. That's just the money, the flow. And I try and keep it as simple as possible, because there's so much more you can talk about, but that's the in and out. It's constantly growing. Then you got Ethereum right underneath it. That runs jobs like the NFTs now.
Yeah, the NFTs is all Ethereum, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
This shit is nuts. Like, so Ethereum runs Mana and Engecoin. Mana is the world, the digital world where NFTs live in. When will you be done? They need to eat. That's the world where they live in. Engecoin is how you create these little characters. I tell people all the time, like, if you want to, the way you can invest is think 5 years from now and what this world will be. Think of 15 years ago. I mean, we just got the internet. Like, so you fucking take all of that shit, and right now you've got Bitcoin. That's the safety net. Put your money in there. Ethereum runs where, if you're in NFTs, where they live at and how they're made. Now you get those coins, and that's just been the way that I've been kind of moving my money. It's just following like the trend of where everything is kind of going. Crypto is about to have its own banks all over the world. I mean, it's already tapped into so many things. Walmart's a part of it. Visa's a part of it. It just, now it's to the point of like, I tell people, unless you've got about $5, $10, $15,000, don't even get into Bitcoin, because unless you're going for the long haul. If you want the short money, that's when you're going to like Ethereum's only about $3,800 right now to buy one. I got in it when it was $600, and it's just life changing. It's if you put yourself in the mindset of 5 years from now, for me, it's only 3 more years, and you're gonna be wealthy. Fuck being rich, you're gonna be wealthy. And for me, once I finally got something called a net worth, it changed my mindset on money.
Yeah.
And it just fuck waiting. It just go, just start. And if I could throw this out there, 1 to 10% of your income. I don't look for somebody that I got $1,000, I'm ready to go. Fuck that. Like, take $100 of that, because I want you to learn. Like, it's all about the fucking pains of going down and then appreciations of going up. So I've learned so much about money being out of the military that 1 to 10% of your money ain't shit. If you get paid $3,000 a month, $300 shouldn't hurt you.
Yeah, you spend that on fucking bullshit, you know what I mean? On drinking, smoking, going out to the club, to the bar, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So
it's simple shit. Like 1% of that is only $30. When my story is done, bro, I'm gonna show how I took $20 3 years ago and turned it into this massive empire that I'm building. Like, just off of some, I don't know what it is, but I want it. Like, fuck it. And then just kept, flipped it. I'm talking about, because I lost, this is what happened. I lost access to my credit card to put it on Voyager, which is an app that you buy crypto from. So all I did was I just kept taking the same $20, and as it grew, I flipped it, bought more coins. One coin flipped like 80,000%. It was nutty. The story is gonna be dope. It's gonna be fucking dope, and I'm gonna make sure you get that shit.
Yeah, because I know at the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody was getting their fucking the little stimmies, the first stimmy, I remember you going out and saying, hey, this is what Bitcoin is at, this is what Ethereum is at. If you buy it now, this is what it's gonna grow. And people didn't fucking listen. Some people did, and then some people didn't. And then a year later, you see the shit go up 1,000%. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, if you would have fucking invested, if you'd have took that $14 stimulus check, you would have fucking had 14 grand right now, or 100 grand right now, you know, things like that. And now Ethereum's doing the same thing. I remember at this time last year, it was like less than $1,000, you know, and you look at where it is now, it's like, holy shit, you know? So, and then with the NFTs, it's like, yo, bro, it's like, motherfuckers will spend real money on Call of Duty map packs and NBA 2K fucking points, things like that. It's like, bro, you could spend real money on this digital artwork that people are going to resell again and make. It's the same way they do in the art world, where they just invest in fucking art and then it goes to an auction. Everybody gets a piece of it. To me, that's what the NFT market is now, and anybody can make them. Like, any fucking body can learn how to manipulate the blockchain to make NFTs and sell these shits. Tory Lanez just did this shit with his last album, sold it for $1 a piece, made $1 million, and it's going to get resold.
It hurt my soul, man. It's crazy.
You have kids making these little pixel characters and shit like that and reselling them, and they're fucking selling for like $100, and then 6 months later selling for $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So
it's wild. It's wild.
It's fucking crazy, man.
I'm trying to, and this might be overreaching, but because I feel like it's so important for the Black community, I'm super close, to finding who the Urban League, the top dog in my city is for the Urban League, because crypto needs to, when I heard 7% of the world, that's sad as fuck. Crypto needs to be put on a level to where everyone in the Black community knows about it and can invest to the part where it's going to change lives. It's going to change generations. And that's the way I think, generational wealth. Niggas don't know, at all. I mean, we're in such of a struggle that it's kind of hard to even invest, but to have the right person, this guy, if I was the head of the Urban League crypto division, good fucking, hey, holy fuck me, good grief, give me that access to that type of money or that type of funding to where we can put future leaders in this space, because mining crypto, when I seen a story of a 14-year-old making $30,000 a month pays over $3,000 in electrical bills, but gets $30,000 a month mining. I forget what it was, but it's nuts. It's nuts, and nobody in the hood.
Because there's different aspects to the crypto just lifestyle, the crypto fucking scene. Because you have people that just mine the blockchain for these coins. They use their computers, their resources, things like that. And like over in I want to say Korea. They had like just crypto farms where just people were just on computers, just fucking. You gotta like figure out a fucking algorithm to unlock this shit, to unlock the coin. It's like, yo, all these kids can play all these goddamn video games, bro. They could fucking mine the blockchain. You know what I'm saying?
Crypto, like, I mean, other than it being noisy, but this is the only issue I have, like, because we had so many nerdy friends with an Alienware computer. We can mine crypto right now and get busy. Like, I wish I knew and understood how computers work and get busy with that. But it's very simple once you take a stab at it. Like, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Hey, can we talk some Kanye and Drake for a bit, man? Can we talk a little? I ain't giving Kanye no fucking horns. You know how I feel about that motherfucker, man.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is this real quick, man. I will never forget where Kanye came from and the places he brought me out of, man. Kanye was always that dude for me. He was always in our top 10. Like,
I'm a Kanye fan, bro. I'm a Kanye. Well, I was a Kanye fan, and it's hard for me to be so anti against him right now.
His emotions, like, shit.
Well, well, can I break the because we talked earlier about the Kanye diss track.
No, we started, but I haven't heard it yet.
Can I play it? I have it right here. Let me see if you can fucking hear it, bro. Let me see if you can hear it. I'll send it to you. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Actually, I got the behind me. I could have just
I'll send it to you right now. We'll listen to it, and then we'll come back. All right. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's do that. Oh my goodness.
All right, for the pod, we're taking a break. Listen to Kanye song, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Just listen to the Andre 3000 and Kanye West song "Life of the Party" that has just been released. It's being called a Drake diss. Andre 3000 had put a statement out yesterday saying that when he got sent the track, that verse was not on there dissing Drake, and he said he don't want no beef with anybody. He wants to work with everybody, and he's unfortunately sad that the song came out that way because Drake got the record from Kanye's camp secretly because there's a mole in Kanye's camp, and Drake actually released the record on OVO Sound Radio last night. You know, so Drake released the record before Kanye. He actually played two Kanye records last night that were unreleased. And then, so Kanye had that in the tuck already before Drake's album came out. Damn. And that's why Drake added 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. and anytime Drake puts a fucking address and a goddamn number, he got smoke for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why Drake added the fucking 7 a.m. on Bridal Path, which is his address. And so I'm gonna go to you. What do you think of the song?
So first and foremost, giving all respect to 3 Stacks. I personally felt like that snippet was added to the song. That was the first time I heard it, and I heard the difference in his aggression, his voice. So you can tell he added a verse to it. I didn't really get it that much. I didn't really understand it. The beat, I felt Andre. Like
his shit was cold.
Andre was dope.
Yo, Stacks got verse of the year again. That's verse of the year right there, bro.
he talked his shit because it was what it was supposed to be. Like, it was a song to his mom's.
Yeah.
To hurt his mom. So he did what he was supposed to do, and then here comes Kanye fucking it up. And what? Like, nah, that wasn't the move. That wasn't it. Like, it could have been a beautiful moment in music.
I mean, if you just take Kanye's verse off, it's a great 3 Stacks song. It's a great 3 Stacks song. Yeah.
I think that's what the Black community is probably gonna do is like,
because everybody has come out and said, yo, this is one of the best songs of the year because 3 Stacks understood the assignment And everybody is confused about this Drake diss, and he had it already in the tuck. And then Drake got the record, and that's why when Drake posted about him adding 24 extra bars to the album, that was the 7 a.m. on Bridal Path that he added. That
was it. Was it.
And
Jeez,
you've heard both albums. I'm never going to be somebody to discredit Kanye West's ability to make music or to make superior soundtracks. He can do that. I can't listen to Kanye because of the Trump shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And some of the other stuff. But people that fuck with him, they can separate the music from the man or his antics or say or whatever their reason is, and they still fuck with him. That's cool with me, bro. So I still value their opinions because the majority of those people are long haul Kanye fans. So they're honest about albums like Ye and the other shit that wasn't that good, like Kingdom,
like Pablo and all that shit.
You know, and so they're honest with the albums that aren't good. So people are saying that this album is good, you know. So I'm like, okay, I believe you. So your thoughts on the Kanye album and the rollout and the album, and then what do you think is next for Kanye?
So the album itself, I took all the songs that I liked, then I went back and listened, then I went back and listened again. After probably about listening to the album maybe 4 times, I've come to 10 out of 22 tracks on there. 10 out of 22 tracks I actually fuck with. There were certain verses, certain bars that he was saying that I was like, yo, Ye is just talking this shit. Like, we finally get the truth about how he felt about Kim, about his marriage, about religion, about politics. Like, he's spitting his truth finally. Like, and you still get that asshole. Like, I love Ye because he's a fucking asshole. Like, but it's just his truth. And that's something that I love. When it's your truth, because it's not fake with Kanye. It's really how he feels. So I respect it. Has he made bullshit music? Yes. The beats to me is what does it for me in the music. Like if the beats, damn it, man, people hit me on this crypto shit ASAP right now. So that's what I love with Ye. Now, with those 10 tracks, I sent it to one of my boys and I was like, bro, just listen to these songs because the rest of the album, it's a gospel album to me. Like, he ain't talking about killing, he ain't talking about fucking like normal shit that he talking about. It's like he found a strategic way to make it one of the dopest. Like, I'm not listening to rap, I'm listening to Christian rap albums. Like, and it was dope on those 10 songs. Everything else other than the album, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, it's weird. Like, but that's Ye now. Like, he's always been this art. I feel like he's autistic. Like, there's just musical, different, antisocial genius. But I like people, but I don't. But I need to be like, he's just, So I fucked with that. There was some albums I didn't. 808 of Heartbreaks. I love that album. Some people did.
It was a classic album.
Everything beyond before that, like, was just classics. Like, so, but he's got that gap of weirdness. And it is what it is. Now, Drake can't be stopped. Kendrick talking about he's smoking on top 5. So
I don't know about that now, man.
I don't know anybody that. All right, so you take Jay-Z ran 6 summers, 7 summers, or something like that. So he had a tear, right? Drake, since he's dropped, since 2009, 2010, hasn't been stopped. And he's went up against everyone. Like, there is, I can't think of, and then now it's 2020 and he's about to do it again. Like, everybody likes him. His albums, every song on this album makes sense. Like, it was well thought out. It's certified lover boy. Like, he's really talking about what he's doing. Like, and it's a fun fucking album. It's dope. You hear his rapping ability. You hear the singing. Like, I don't know, because this is my thing. Top 5. Drake, and I don't know how to put J. Cole and Kendrick, but Drake, the 2 spot is them. Then for a while it was Meek and Big Sean. But then it's rotated to like Rick Ross, then 2 Chainz. The Migos, they're in a group. So it's like them and Ray Shremmer, they're just doing whatever in the world they can do. But I mean, where do you put Gucci Mane at? Like, that dude is still making bangers like every.
I mean, Gucci is a legend. So people like Ross and and Gucci, like the Jeezys,
Wiz
like Jay-Z and
Khalifa's, like,
Nas.
I
Like
mean,
I don't include them in the top five. The top five, like they're already solidified. They're already
yeah, they're in their own
legends.
world.
So they don't get involved in the top five bullshit anymore. But I think
Word.
the top five is just the top five dudes or women that are literally running shit for a significant period of time. And so for me, it's like when I look at the top five right now in hip hop,
Holy shit.
um, it's like it's Drake, Kanye. Well, no, not Kanye, but Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, and I kind of have them all at like one A, one B, but that
Yeah.
rotates depending on who's dropping an album. Like when Cole's about to drop, he's the top guy. You know what I
True.
mean? When Drake's coming out, Drake is the top guy. When Kendrick comes out, he's that guy. And no one leaves from one. It's just like, hey, I'm in the center of these three. And that's what changes. It's like they just fucking playing musical chairs, but they're all in the same chair.
I like that.
And then
I like that.
and then after that is Lil Baby. You know what I mean?
Lil Baby.
It's
Word.
Lil Baby. Lil Baby
Can't knock it.
is I think he could be the person to, I'm not going to say surpass Drake, but the person to take over Drake's his seat when he's done. You know what I'm saying? And the same way, like, you know, you look at the guys
You
on the
think
West
that
Coast.
I'm gonna ask you this question though, because this is the only thing that I'm thinking is gonna stop him. Do you think that, because I believe there's a such thing as a rap star. Do you think that, because Drake has now, he's a pop star, he's a rap pop star, he's everything. Can Lil Baby take and become a pop star?
I think he can because his talent is superior. And my thing with Lil Baby at first, I wasn't a Lil Baby fan. I was like, I don't like the name. And I heard the song and he was like, wow, 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 bitch, I'm a baby. I'm like, that's stupid. I didn't like the name. I couldn't understand him. But the same issue I had with him was the same issue I had with Migos. You know what I'm saying? And I love the Migos. I just couldn't understand them. And once I understood his accent, I'm like, yo, he's rapping. And then once once Lil Baby, to me, once he made the bigger picture, that took him to a different level because you had rappers that could rap, and he could obviously rap about his material, his source material, which is like the trap, right? And then he made a superior record about the struggle that was super relevant, hard ass record, dope record, great song. I want to hear that shit in the club. I want to hear the bigger picture in the club, and that song was amazing, and that showed that he is conscious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
just have to listen. That's what it is. You just have to listen. And so you look at who the circles that he's in, the people that gravitate towards him. He ain't going to hang out with James Harden. James Harden is going to hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't saying shit about KD. KD is saying shit about him. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't, you know, he ain't posting about LeBron James. LeBron James posting about him. You know, and you look at the features that they're getting for this guy, like these big pop features and things like that. And you look at the numbers he does when he puts out, yo, he's going to be that next guy, you know. So I see guys like him from the West Coast. It's probably going to be this cat named Simba, or maybe Isaiah Rashad that, you know, kind of slides into the Kendrick spot. And then the other guy from the East Coast that I think is going to come and take J. Cole's spot. It could have been the baby. It could have been the baby if he would just shut up. But he just he just won't chill, bro. it can still be him because he's a fucking superstar. But I think it's gonna be Bobby Shmurda. I think Bobby Shmurda he's back, and everybody wants to hear some shit.
Hey,
you just put a freestyle out.
You heard his new track?
Yeah, I heard the freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm biased. I'm biased towards Bobby Shmurda, but I don't like the freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. But it's a freestyle, bro. It's the freestyle. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that I don't want to hear that shit from Bobby Shmurda. I know what Bobby Shmurda can do. So all I want is actual songs from Bobby Shmurda, because when he makes records like that, when he makes the Bobby bitch, when he makes the hot nigga shit like that, it's like, yo, it's a banger. You know what I'm saying? So just give me what I want, bro. You know, just give me what I want, bro. That's it.
I expected that, but
I think it'll be the baby, probably Simba or Isaiah Rashad from the West Coast, and then Lil Baby is gonna be the top dog, and then Bobby Shmurda will be that guy from New York. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not doing drill music, and that's the big difference. Bobby Shmurda ain't doing drill. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people are gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
And then you have guys like Lil Durk and G Herbo, and I like them, and I think Durk is gonna slide right into like that Big Sean spot. Because to me, Big Sean is number 3 right now. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
Big Sean.
And if we're talking about just rapping ability, if we're just talking
Dude,
about pure
lyrical.
rapping ability,
Dude,
I'm gonna
lyrical.
sound crazy. I'm gonna sound crazy. As a rapper, as a lyricist, Big Sean is better than J. Cole and Drake. But as a songwriter, Drake is superior to everyone.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? So
I see what you
that's
mean
the
by
thing.
that.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by
But
that.
then as a lyricist, no one is better than Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? And J. Cole, J. Cole is like God, man. And he's
reminds me like a poach.
J. Cole is like Klay Thompson, right? Like you know what he's going to give you. You know he's going to give you 25 points a game. But then he'll have them games when he scores 50 points in a fucking quarter. You know what I'm saying? And that's J. Cole. And that's J. Cole. And then, you know, you got like Drake is like, I gotta say LeBron, bro. Drake is like LeBron. And Kendrick is like KD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, you know,
I can see it.
But that's what it is, man. But yeah, man, like because I like the Certified Lover Boy album, and I'm a huge critic of Drake. And it was y'all motherfuckers that really got me to be a Drake fan from 2013. Nothing Was the Same album, and y'all put me up on that shit. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker rapping, bro, rapping for real. You know what I'm saying?
So fooling, like,
yeah,
because I always tell people, man, if you can't relate to a Drake song, like I don't understand you. Like, dude is really talking about some shit that I can relate to.
A lot of it is he addresses his insecurities, and people see that as being soft. And it's like, yo, we all go through that shit, bro. We all done dealt with a chick that that we tried to put on. We tried to fucking put on this pedestal, and they kind of did some fuck shit, and that shit hurt us. Other rappers won't talk about that. He's talking about it. You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's why a person like me, I can fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, that Certified Lover Boy album is crazy, man. Like I've been playing that shit non-fucking-stop. Like that, the Nas album, King Disease 2, that's my shit. I mean, I still play the J. Cole shit.
That shit is fire. That was unexpected fire. I didn't even. And the beats, he did his thing.
Yeah, and then the other guy that people need to worry about, the sleeping giant, is Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Tyler the Creator.
You know what? I never gave Tyler
top tier rapper. Check out that last mixtape. Well, check out the last album he did, bro. The Gangsta Grills album he did with DJ Drama.
DJ Drama?
Yeah, it's a Gangsta Grills album, a real album. That shit is hard. Like it's probably one of the hardest albums. And he's just rapping. He's just talking. He got NBA YoungBoy on a track that I never thought I'd hear YoungBoy on. And I don't ever listen to YoungBoy. I don't ever listen to YoungBoy. And YoungBoy is fucking flowing. You know what I'm saying? YoungBoy is flowing on this shit, bro. He got a track with Wayne. That shit is fucking hard as hell. You know what I mean? But the one thing about the Drake album, bro, is that his features, everybody bought their A game. Everybody bought their best shit. You know what I mean? And Wayne just did an interview, and he was talking about, they asked him, does any artist make you change verses? And he was like, yeah. He was like, anytime I get something back from Drake, I have to change my verse. You know what I'm saying? Because he makes me push myself to the limit to stay up with him. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing that's the same thing that Drake says about Wayne. You know, and it's like, love him or hate him, he's fucking with Trump, whatever the case may be. Lil Wayne has a superior eye and ear for talent. You look at Tyga, you look at Nicki, you look at fucking Drake. You know, I mean, and now I gotta give Cash Money their flowers, because then you got Rich Homie Quan, who came up from Cash Money. You got fucking Young Thug, who's another guy. Another sleeping giant, you know what I'm saying, who came up from Cash Money, you know, and their track record is phenomenal. Blueface, whether you like his shit or not, Blueface makes some hard records. You know what I'm saying? Blueface, baby.
I feel like there's always a lane for certain people, like, and he just fits that gimmick rapper lane. Like he spits his shit, and it works. It works.
Yeah, and I fuck with Blueface. He's a clown, but I fuck with his shit, man. I fuck with him. You gotta have a little bit of, I can't be all righteous, man. I gotta have a little bit of ratchet shit as well, man. A little bit of a little sprinkle of niggerish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But shit, bro, we've been on this motherfucker for damn near 2 hours some change, man. You know what I'm saying? So before we get up out of here, bro, is there anything that you want to actually no one more question? What music should we be listening, because you always put me up on new shit, so what music should we be listening to right now that you fuck with?
Oh wow, damn, it's sad because I've been so stuck in my fucking ways that I always go back to the past.
Yeah.
And I met this kid playing GTA the other day. He's from Mexico. He's a black guy, but he moved to Mexico and said it was just a better life. He was from Cali and it was just cheaper and all that shit. And he put me on to some music from down there. And after Nip passed, when I got to Cali for that 3 months, I just sat there and listened to all West Coast music, all Nipsey Hussle, just his catalog. And I was like, damn, dude was dope as fuck. But I feel like he just got outshadowed by like the Drake effect, the J. Cole, the Kendrick. Yeah. Like he was just kind of in his own lane. So where I just go back heavy to like Wayne has always been my GOAT. But I listen to Cameron a lot, heavy. Yeah. Juvenile, Kevin Gates is coming October 14th to Cincinnati. So I've been fucking heavy with Kevin Gates. Wiz Khalifa has always been my dude.
Yeah, that's my dude. I love Wiz Khalifa, man.
I love Wiz, like 2 Chainz. I never got deep into Lil Durk that much. Something about these new cats and they singing and rapping thing, like
I mean, that's all Drake sons, bro.
Man, it's wild.
Because these motherfuckers some killers, because they some killers harmonizing.
That's crazy. Like they will fuck you up.
Actually, you know what? This is where I got to give Ohio their props, man, because they all Bone Thugs. They all Bone Thugs kids.
Wow,
that's true. Saying? Those is all Bone Thugs kids, bro. All that singing and all them killers fucking singing.
If the Migos and the Bone Thugs had a battle, who would win?
I don't want to. Nah, man, nah. And the reason is because Bone Thugs is in a different. I'm not gonna. If they did a no shit battle, Migos wins. I'm sorry, but
the Migos they come in, they rip it.
Yeah, Migos will win. Yeah, Migos will win. Migos 100%. Oh, they'll fucking win, but it'll be close. But I think Bone Thug. I think that's probably going up against 3-6 in the verses. I think they're going up against 3-6 in the verses, and 3-6 is going to eat that ass. 3-6 is going to fucking eat the motherfuckers up, man.
I feel like 3-6 is probably the GOAT of groups. If you
about Outkast,
how much can you really put them against? Because I mean, a lot of people put NWA out there.
I mean, me personally, if we're saying like just track record, 3-6 beats everybody except maybe Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
Wu. It's the verses. 3-6 beats everybody except Wu-Tang. I got 3-6 beating Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. I can see that.
I got 3-6 beating everybody. Ghetto Boys, NWA. I don't give a fuck because 3-6 catalog is way too deep. You know what I'm saying? It's way too deep.
They beats, they cadences, and like just
they have legendary. They had legendary movements, bro. Think about it: sipping on some scissor, chicken head, baby mama, ass and titties, don't save her. Like they got fucking legendary shit. Hard out here for a pimp, that kind of shit. Whoop that trick, like, bro. They got tear the club up.
You've been down this road.
Late night tip. Yo, 3-6 is like my favorite fucking group. I have like a 3-6 playlist that's like 5 hours of just bangers, bro. And that's why I'm waiting for somebody to pull that 3-6 card and talk some shit. Yeah. And the only reason why Wu-Tang would last against 3-6 is because of their albums were really like the Wu-Tang albums were good. But a lot of the individual projects didn't hold the same weight. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So like Wu-Tang's first, 3 albums, I would say were the first 2 were classics, and then you had like the Iron Flag and the W, and that's where it started to fall off. But 3-6 only got better as they progressed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like even like the last one, the Unbreakables album, that shit had hits on it. It had hits on it, bro.
You remember
Riding Spinners? Cat? Oh my God!
You remember that cat, Lil White?
Yeah.
Yo, I used to fuck with Lil White so hard.
Even the little offshoots, bro. Little White, Fraser Boy, all the motherfuckers. Then you got if you got 3-6, you bringing in Project Pat, you bringing in Lil Chat, you bringing in fucking oh my God, Gangsta Boo. You know what I mean? And that's who's coming with 3-6, and that's why nobody except Wu-Tang can last with them in the verses. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes 30 records, 3-6 beats Wu-Tang in the verses.
Yeah.
You know, if it's 20 records, Wu-Tang might pull it out. 30 records, 3-6 wins. You know what I'm saying? So
that's painful.
All right. But before we get out of here, bro, anything you want to say to the people, any advice you want to give them about crypto, life, parenthood, anything, man?
Always be honest with yourself. Never lie to yourself, because bad things happen when you lie to yourself. Invest now. I mean, 1 to 10% of your net worth, your income, whatever you get. In 5 years from now, I want to be I want to have this conversation in a Bugatti. I want to be traveling the world in my jet because that's the goals that I have, and I keep seeing it happen. And I wish that, and I was trying to go to this one. I'm very close to tapping in with the Urban League to be able to talk to whoever the head is there and be able to, hey, I don't know where home base is at, but how do we spread it out between us? Because this is generational wealth, and it's something that's going to change a lot of people's lives. I'm tired of waiting on this whole was it the 40 acres and a mule theory?
Yeah, that ain't happening.
That shit ain't happening. And I'm not the person to get a handout. I wouldn't even. I mean, I'd love to get it, but I'm cool. I don't like that feeling. So this right here is the future of everything, and a lot of people don't know about it. How do we as a community, if that's what y'all saying y'all about, get this out to the community? I'm very good at what I do, and I finally found my calling in life and what I love doing. But I don't have the resources or the money to get it on a grand scale. So that part. Also, if I can touch you with this, my cable business. I know I harp y'all about this though, but bro, this is getting to another creepy level. Like I said, I finally got my 100th customer, but I'm all over the place with it now. That dude I tapped in with Mexico, I got him down there serving the cable. I got people all over the place, and now it's a blessing because it doesn't cost anything to do. So I'm going at people now with the idea of partnerships. Yeah. And if I'm charging $15 a month, you charging somebody $30 a month, I get my 15, you get your 15. We eating now. I met a security guard at a club, and I was in the mindset of, damn, he's gonna meet people every day. Yep. Why not put him on? I gave him a free 3-day pass. Bro, he's already made me about $300 in the last 2 days, like just from the hustle. You feel me? Yeah. Like he sees the product. So yeah, I like what Cameron said. Like, if you can't get money in the world this big, you worthless, kid. Like, it's all about the hustle. It's all about residual income. If I could leave anybody with that, residual income, man, making money while you sleep, it's a different type of feeling. Like, and geez, if I can be a blessing to somebody, you know where to find me on social media. So.
Absolutely, man. So just send me the link for your cable company. I'll make sure that's in the description of the podcast, so folks can click right on that shit from the podcast, from Spotify, Apple, that kind of shit, and go right to it and sign up. And anything else you want me to add or advertise, let me know, and I'll link it in the pod when we put it up. For me, listen, man. Summer's over now, bro. Labor Day weekend, last day of summer. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a fuck if you vaxxed or you're not vaxxed. Y'all motherfuckers better stay safe. They got some new shit out here called the Mu version. You know what I mean? Like, we beyond Delta. We're past Delta. Now they got fucking Mu. And I play Pokemon. And I know Mew 1 and Mew 2 ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? So, so fuck that, man. Listen, stay your ass inside. Stay healthy. You fucking drink your fucking sea moss. Eat your fucking whatever you got to do. Get a vaccine. I don't give a fuck, but stay safe, man. And other than that, man, fuck being woke. Should never been sleep. Peace. We out.